Buckle up. Here we go, baby. First day in pads. Woo! Man, I love that. First day in pads. Where you get to go out there and prepare for your upcoming season. Football is here. Shoulder pads, get the clips on, put the helmet on, get the pants on, put the sleeves on, tape the wrist, ready to rock. Let's go. And let's go practice for about 2 minutes in today's NFL. Welcome aboard. We appreciate every single one of you coming here. And as we start the football season, man, I mean, teams reporting, teams with drama. No drama around the Eagles, that's for sure. There's a new word. I'm going to tell you what it is here in a second. People throwing shade at Philly. And every single team now is in camp as they prepare for this upcoming season. Super Chats go to the top, and please hit the like button. Okay. We now have found out one thing that is going around the NovaCare Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And here is the phrase. We are not going to use the word repeat. We are going to use the word reset. That's what we're going to use. We are going to use the word reset. It's code for repeating. Okay? It's code for repeating. Great. And I like that. Okay, so listen, I really don't think words are going to sit here and matter that much. Okay? I mean, I didn't realize that was going to be something that was going to go out of hand. But here, let me show you something here somebody just said. Somebody just posted something that is so absurd. Did somebody just post something that had to be RC3? That Jordan Davis came in at 292 pounds. Xander said something to me too. Okay? Xander said it too. See? Jordan Davis? Hey, RC3, did you post that? Put that back up there. How much did he weigh? How much did he weigh? Showing up. A svelte Jordan Davis. Look at this. A svelte short Jordan Davis. Look at this. Look at that there, man. Davis is in shape, says Flex. I saw Campbell Makuba on the field in first team reps. I think Makuba's going to win the job. I understand it's the first day. Look at Prince. 292 pounds. That's crazy. Well, congratulations for fucking not robbing a bank and showing up in shape. Congratulations for showing up in shape. Wow. You didn't rob a bank. You really have to give a guy who's a fat ass credit for showing up in shape. Wow. High expectations there, boy. I've got to give a guy kudos for doing his job. Is that right? For showing up in shape. Great. I mean, congratulations. You showed up in shape. It's like thanking somebody for not fucking robbing a bank. Hey, thank you for not being an asshole. That doesn't apply here. How you doing? I mean, oh no, I'm not laughing at it. I'm smirking at it. Congratulations for doing what you're supposed to do. So let's give the guy kudos for doing shit he's supposed to do anyway. Sure, okay. Wow. Pats on the back for bullshit. Let's go, Big Sills. How are we feeling about this year? We're going to talk about the coaches and what the players said today. We always do that. I love when the players speak. Look at this, man. I was just telling Xander, the content of the Eagles right now in the NFL has just quadrupled. Look at this. It's quadrupled. In one day, it is absolutely quadrupled. It's fantastic. But, hey, by the way, Battle Royale at 4:30. Xander will join us at 3:30. Excited for your coverage. Thank you, Gabe. I appreciate you, brother. And we're going to get into it. I really liked a lot of the things that the players were saying today. I liked how calm they were in front of the microphones. I dug the whole thing, man. It was good. Was he using Slim Fast or Jenny Craig? How you doing? I don't know, Kyle. I don't know. Okay? I don't know. Okay? Let's see here. Seals, everyone talking about Keely Ringo being toasted. Fuck, it's the first day and Toast Ringo is already on display. Check. Check. Oh, I'm going to have a good year this year. How you doing? Big Sil's going to have a great year this year. Check. Hey, man, Toast Ringo. It's a new name. First day, he's being toasted on the first day. Toast Ringo. How you doing? Woo! Right out of the gate, the cornerback guys. Hey, it's like this. I'm going to go with you guys, and I'm going to give it to you. Hey, Sills, it's day one. He got killed. All right. It's day one. He got killed. Hey, not a big deal. On the first day, hey, I'll tell you what, Elliott Spitzer, Shore Parks, whomever, will tell us that Jalen Hurts, the ball didn't hit the ground. The guy's unbelievable. All of that, but Keely Ringo got toasted twice. How you doing? Man, Keely Ringo. July 23rd, he's got a new name. It's not Bingo. It is officially Toast Ringo. How you doing? Let's see here. Let's see. Where's my list? Oh, there's my list. That's number 4. He'll be beat out by week 4 by Adoree Jackson. How you doing, man? Holy cow. Check. Wait, Sills, it's day one. Oh, you're right. I'm sure it's going to get better. Hey, by the way, who beat him? Let me. It had to be AJ and Devontae, right? Wait a second here. Who beat him on those passes deep? Hang on for a second. There's got to be some footage that someone sent me here that he got beat deep. And who beat him deep? It has to be AJ Brown. And it has to be Devontae, right? Hook me up there. Who beat him deep? What? Who's this guy? Terrence Marshall beat him. Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy that beat him? Terrence Marshall. Okay. Terrence Marshall. Was there another? Who's the other guy that beat him? Oh, AJ. Okay, good. At least AJ's in that room. AJ and Terrence Marshall. Solid. Hey, I'm sure it's going to get better. Yeah, he looked good in training camp. Or excuse me, mini camp and OTAs. That would have been a nightmare. If Jahan Dotson and Terrence Marshall beat Keely Ringo on day one. Anyway, listen, I'm not going to hang. It's only day one. So shit, we can't hang our hat on that. No way. Hey, and I'm pulling for the kid to win the starting gig. Even though he's never started. But we know that he's going to get the first team reps. So we're good with that. All right. So the players spoke. The GM and the head football coach spoke. So, as usual, we go over what these guys said to address the start of the football season. By the way, they brought all the big guns out for the press conference, which was awesome. And we're going to give you our takeaways a little bit on what the coaches and what the players said with the first day of training camp, which is great. And finally, it is here. What do we got coming up here? In about 3 weeks, we got a football game. I know in a couple, 10 days, we got a Hall of Fame game coming around. So I'm looking forward to that. That's like the 31st, like next Saturday. Get this, next Saturday is NFL football. Okay? I can't wait for the start of the season. Okay? Let's see here. Sills, What your contract on the line will you do for Donut Davis? Round of applause. Also, he didn't commit any crimes, which can be hard for a Super Bowl champ. So he got in shape, and he's ready to go, and he didn't get arrested. Congratulations for not robbing a bank again. Fantastic. Jesus criminy. The bars are low here, man. Good thing it wasn't a superstar like Terrence Marshall, not CeeDee Lamb or Pickens. Come on, Ringo. It stepped that shit up. How you doing? Terrence Marshall. First day, cooked. Put him in the frying pans. Flipped him upside down a couple times. And made himself a Ringo pie. How you doing? Damn, dude. Hey, it's only day one. Let's not get crazy here. Okay? Leon, wait a minute. Come on, Leon. Leon, hang on. It's day one. Come on, we can't. Shit, they got about 7 more of these days before we can make an assessment if the kid's going to play or not. You worried? Well, wait a minute. You guys told me the guy was going to be first team All-Pro. That's why I asked you yesterday, what do you think? I just came up with those questions on all the guys who played well last year and all the guys that are taking over. What'd you think? That was for shits and giggles? All that shit that you guys were talking, or maybe not, you may be right. You guys might be right. Nobody knows. I mean, look, again, I'm not going crazy. I mean, come on. Hang on here, Leon. Let's see what happens. I'll tell you this. Do you not agree? How about this, guys? At least put Keely Ringo in an exhibition game. Let's see what he does in an exhibition game, right? I think that guy has to go out and play some ball. Wouldn't you think? Supers go to the top, guys. Please hit the like button. We're gonna go over what some of the players said. I like pretty much everything they said. I like their attitudes, unlike yours. Actually, the Eagle players have a better attitude than yours. All of you. Hey, get this. Media included. The players have a way better attitude. It's one thing to get beat by AJ. It's another thing to get beat by Terrence Marshall. We got Eli Toast, Apple. Hey, come on, man. Hang in there. Hang in there. Sills, these wide receivers will be playing Ringo around the rows. He's scoring TDs unless he shows up. You guys are terrible. I'm even going to defend the fucking guy here. Relax. Wait a minute. Just relax. You got a quarterback who just won the Super Bowl, and you got the best receiver in football, and you got a guy who's trying to earn a spot in a really good system. Relax. I'm even going to defend this guy. Hang in there. Okay? I mean, Dak and CD and George would be a problem this week for Keely Ringo. But the games aren't played this week. But if you think that guy's going to get better by week 1, September 4th, this is where I will go on Leon's side. Hey, Leon, how many days? Here, let me do something very simple because you know Big Sills is a simple man. I'm a simple man here, man. So let me do something here. And I'll ask you something. Let's go here. Hold on. How many days until September 4th? Okay, there are 43 days. Hey, Leon, there's 43 days until September 4th. You think Keely Ringo gets better in 43 days? Hey, Leon, do you think that Keely Ringo gets better in 43 days? Playing corner. Playing CB2. This guy says that he's going to get better in 43 days. How many people, how many people believe that Keely Ringo will get better in 43 days? 43 days. Do you think he's going to get better in 43 days? I don't know. He might. He might. Maybe a little. Okay? Not much. Okay? For sure, he's going to get better. Where's the guy for sure? There he is. He's going to get, okay. Might. So I'm going to, hey, Sills, he has no choice. Okay, so wait a minute. Let's see here. So Eagle fans believe, I'm writing all your stuff down now. Xander gave me a great idea because I'm going to start holding you accountable like you did me. So this is going to be the season of all of you being held accountable. So I'm writing all your shit down too and your names. Okay? Keely Ringo will get better in 43 days. Let's see who said. Okay, got him. I got him. I got him. I got him. Okay. Okay. Got him. And I got him. How you doing? Oh my God. Wow. All right. So let's get to the every single guy. Now you kept receipts on me last year, and then you come up with these crazy fucking bullshit lies on shit that players changed the game. I mean, they changed the game. Oh, before I get going, please, I must do this. I really do have to do that. God, I love today. I don't want to get all over the board. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit the like button here. So before we continue, how many people believe this? Former Eagle running back Miles Sanders says Saquon Barkley's success is due to the Eagle O-line. Now that he's in Dallas, every snap is personal. No disrespect to Barkley, but he wasn't doing all that shit. He didn't say shit, I said. In New York. Got a good O-line, so it's cool. I do this everywhere, and Philly going to see. They said I wasn't worth the money, so I signed with a team they hate the most. I'm in the Dallas Cowboys now, and every snap is personal. Who's Miles Sanders in the first place? Miles, you had a 1-year deal where you were good in Philly. You were a good player, but were you an exceptional talent like Saquon Barkley? I'd fucking pump the brakes. Barkley was in a shitty environment with a shitty GM, a shitty head coach, and a shitty quarterback. And he's better than you. This must go back to Penn State between those two. Okay, this has to go back. They were teammates at Penn State. This has to go back like that. Okay? It has to. Okay? That shit has to go back. Okay? Hey, by the way, I'm starting to believe there's no way Sanders said that because he knows better than that. He absolutely does. And the guys in Dallas are going, again, okay? Hey, but get this, it's Dallas. You never know what's coming out of Dallas. How you doing? All right, so let's get into the players today. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit the like button. All right. A.J. Brown. Let's go here. A.J. talked about being a champion. I loved it right out of the gate. A.J. Brown talking about being a champion. He said it was really cool. Good for him. Good for A.J. It put a stamp on the past. I really like the way these guys are talking. Every single one of them. He said that Hurts is trying new things with Kevin Patullo. Cool. Okay? That's cool. This is a time when you should be trying something new. He said, get this, unlike you, he said the passing game has to get better. The only people who don't think the passing game doesn't have to get better is you. Okay? Is you. He said something really cool, A.J. Brown, that I fucking love. All Pro Coop. APC. I'm with AJ. I've been telling you since day one. I believe that Cooper DeJean's going to make the All-Pro team this year, and so does AJ Brown. Once again, Big Sil's out in front of that like I'm Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani. This is going to be a great year. Woo! How you doing? I think that dude's going to make first team All-Pro. I really do. I think this guy is sensational. I think he's going to be a great ball player. All-Pro Coop. Woo! Look at that white boy play DB. Unbelievable. Is that a white boy back there? Man. It'll make that white boy an All-Pro. Damn. I love it. Gotta say it, man. Love it. How about this here, too? He goes like this. He goes, the best thing I've ever heard A.J. Brown say. Guys, I am telling you this is the greatest thing I've ever heard A.J. Brown say. I've got to work so hard at putting the team first and keep reminding myself of that to be a better player and a better person, and reminding myself of that. That's the best thing you can ever hear a player say. Okay? That's the best thing you can ever hear a guy say. I have got to work at being basically a better teammate and not putting myself ahead of the team. How many big-time wide receivers talk like that? Here, let me give you guys a direct correlation to that. Tua Tagovailoa is playing with the worst teammate in professional football in Tyreek Hill. He was asked to go in a game a year ago. At the end of the game, coaches were telling him to go in, and he refused to go in. He's the worst teammate you could possibly have. AJ is saying to you, I've got to work at putting team first and reminding myself how important that is. You know how cool that is when you get to see that play out and you put the team first and you win a Super Bowl and you sacrifice your numbers and constantly reminding yourself that, hey, this is about team. Okay? Tyreek Hill is the worst teammate in professional football. What a shitty teammate. As skilled as you can be, he's a shit teammate. That's why Kansas City has excelled without him. Kansas City's excelled without him. Excelled without him. Okay? Excelled. Only way we get knocked off the monologue are super chats. Now that we are in the season over. I really love that comment. And that comment right there, let me put this out here too. I got to write this down. AJ Brown talked on July 23rd. See, I'm keeping receipts on every fucking one of you, including the team. On July 23rd, AJ Brown said, team first. I'll remind him of that when he's on the sidelines reading a book. I do love the comment, though. I do love the comment. Okay. I do love this also, too. about him. He said, look, man, we've got to battle for success here. No doubt. All right, so let's go to Mailata now. How many people in here agree that Jordan Mailata is the new Brandon Graham of this football team? How many people would say that Brandon Graham has passed the torch as the overall team leader, not the defense, the overall team leader, to Jordan Mailata? I do. I think he's the team leader. Okay? I think that Jordan Mailata, somebody asked him, hey, when you're leading, how do you feel about it? He goes, I just say what's on my mind. I don't really, look about leading people or doing this. To me, it's just about saying what's on your mind. I think Jordan Mailata is now the new official team leader of the Philadelphia Eagles. And you know what? I think it's in great hands. He is a fabulous speaker. He's a fabulous player. He is a sensational football player, man. How about this? He's never been coached by shitty coaches. Do you know how great that is? That guy's never been coached by a shitty coach because he's been in Philadelphia his entire playing career. Do you know how many times you go and get – my daughter plays rugby. You know how many times she's been on really great coach teams and really shitty teams? A lot. But when you're on one team with a one coach like Jeff Stoutland, who's the best offensive line coach in pro football, and that's all you know, it's like Patrick Mahomes. You think there's an advantage having Andy Reid his entire playing career as his coordinator and play caller? I don't know about you, but having a shitty play caller or somebody that has shitty rotations or bad lineups, that happens every day. Not so fast. Sills Cooper's more than a dude from Iowa. Absolutely. Played himself into Big Sills' world. Thank you very much, Marshall. That's how you do it. You step in, you play in, and you become somebody. That's called going from a rookie to being a great player. You want to crown people like you're Nostradamus, bro. We are a guy that sits here, and we are a show me dude. Show me. Not wish it. Marshall's got a fucking genie lamp under his bed going, I hope this guy turns out to be this. I hope that guy turns out to be that. I hope this guy turns out to be that shit. I hope the rain comes today so I can go fishing. Hope's not a strategy, Junior. Performance is. Seals, I think Jerry should move Micah. He's a pass rusher, but I'm not paying him Myles Garrett money. Nor am I. He can't set the edge, and he's a headache. We'll talk about that dude. Here, well, wait. I'll throw this out there now. Micah Parsons is exactly what's wrong with the Dallas Cowboys today. You know what that is? He's the face of everything that's wrong with it. He's negotiating his contract day one at training camp. Do you know what the Eagles are talking about? Not using the word repeat. He's talking about his contract. Prime example. There lies the difference between Eagles and Cowboys. They're worried about bullshit. The Eagles are worried about winning. Case closed. Case closed. You're either a winner or a waiter. Pick one. Really. You're either a winner or a waiter. You show me a great loser, I'll show you a fucking waiter. Dog, I want winners. I want shitty people who lose. I want you to be the biggest asshole on the planet when you lose. I want you to throw shit. I want you to be aggravated with it. I want losing to be hurtful more than when you win. And you're excited about winning. Winning is cool. Losing blows. But he likes fucking losing. Tom Brady, the two biggest moments in his playing career are losing to Eli. He says it. Brady never mentions his wins. He only mentions his losses. Football is a game where you Football is a game. And by the way, I learned something about my daughter's rugby. It's got a lot of similarities because the foundations of football come from rugby. You know what it is? Just like in our sport. You learn more from failure in pro football than you will in anything you do when it comes to the successful things that you do. Every single freaking thing that you do as a football player, you have learned. When you become a better player, you become more successful. You know how? With shit that you failed at. Nobody on the planet learns from being a front runner. Okay? Nobody. Hey, you doing? A.J. Brown, Mulata, right out of the gate, winners. These are guys right here I'd want my daughter to date. These guys are winners. A.J. Brown talking about I got to work at being a better teammate and putting team before me. Mulata talking about helping everybody around them being better football players and letting everybody know the kind of culture and the standard that we have set here. That's team building. That is total team building. Hey, how about this? Wait a minute. I got another. Oh, my God. This is going to be great. Ready for this one? I'm like Shohei Ohtani. Big Sills is having already, day one, a non-Keely Ringo day. Here's another one. Who said that Jalyx Hunt was going to have more sacks than Nolan Smith? It was going to have more upside than Nolan Smith since the beginning of the year when we started seeing him showing up at the end of the year. Who's that guy? What? I said he'd have more sacks than Nolan Smith. Well, shit. Jordan Mulata says, are you crazy? This guy's a superstar in the making. He's a superstar in the making. People take credit for Big Sills' takes. That's okay. What we're going to start doing is, you know what I'm going to have to start doing? I'm going to have to start trademarking shit. People all over the country. Jalyx Hunt. Ethan Hunt. Mission Impossible. This guy is like Mission Impossible. Absolutely. I shit on the pick because I didn't know who the fuck he was. Then we started seeing him go, wow, Jalyx Hunt got Bryce Huff fired. It's called player production. Hey, you doing? Prince is the fortune teller. Big Sills is the truth teller. Remember that. Truth tellers and fortune tellers. Prince is a fortune teller. I'm a truth teller. Players production. The only way you have an opinion on a player is how he plays year to year. There's a different opinion on Jalen Hurts the last 4 years and how he's played. There's not one set line. Thank you. All right. Wait a minute here. Why would I steal a reporter's takes? I have a player's take. Not likely. So you're just fixing your shit takes. I respect it. Fixing? No, the player performed. Not fixing. There's no fixing a take. Jalen Hurts went from here to here because he won. No other way of looking at it. It's called documenting and proving a point, whether my take is right or wrong. Wrong. There's no fixing a fucking take. You're either right or wrong. Hey, you doing? Lane Johnson. I'll tell you this about Lane. I think Lane Johnson, by the way, hit the like button, guys. Please, supers, go to the top if you want to interrupt me. It's the only way right now because we got a lot to get to. We got a ton to get to. Hey, and by the way, here's where we're going here. Let's see. Oh, man, what a great day out of. Hey, Keely Ringo. I'm not holding a shitty first day against him. Nor should you. Oh, not a very good liar. Okay. Anyway, so here's Lane. Lane Johnson. The respect level for Lane Johnson is growing with his reputation. It really is growing. His reputation's growing, and deservingly so. It is definitely growing. His reputation it's really started catching up to his play. It has. I mean, he has got to be right now one of the absolutely most respected. So didn't you fix your take? Yeah, I said that he wouldn't be an all-pro. Yeah, I thought he'd be all-pro, but I'm gonna back that up. I think he's a good ball player. No. By the way, I've never said he's ever been a bad player. I've heard you say that you're really good friends with Joy Taylor. Are you also good friends with her brother, Jason? He was a dog on the field. Joy's on tomorrow. She'll be on tomorrow at 4:30. Joy Taylor's coming on tomorrow at 4:30. Why don't you ask her, Jeff? And Jason Taylor coaches the University of Miami defensive line. So what do you think? Okay? What do you think? I gave her one already. She was my producer. I gave Joy her first job on air. Okay? Lane Johnson's done a great job, man. How about this? He said Mulata's just got to keep doing what he's going to do if he's going to make those all-pro and Pro Bowl teams. I'm telling you guys, it's a very crowded left tackle. Absolutely will. Yes. Yes, I will. I will. How about this? The first Notre Dame and Miami Hurricanes. What do you think? We'll get Jason Taylor on then. Yes, we'll get Jason on. Former Dolphin. We don't play the Dolphins this year, but we'll get him on. Okay, so how about this? Lane, how about Lane calling the NFLPA a shit show? Said that the union's a shit show. It's a total shit show. Okay? Total shit show. He said it was wild not seeing BG out there. It must be wild not seeing. Hey, dude, it must be wild not seeing that guy out there. And that's why I asked the question, do you think Jordan Mailata is now the new leader? So let's get to Saquon Barkley. Man. He was asked the question. I don't know who asked it. Have you reached out to anybody who gained 2K? I think Jeff Kerr may have asked it. And what it was like to follow up. He goes, I didn't reach out to anybody. Which tells you right there, $2,000 is not a priority of his. It's not a priority. Winning is. He goes, no, I never really reached out. I kind of talk to Derrick Henry every now and then on social media, but other than that, I really don't have any interaction. I got to worry about me. I got to worry about myself. I got to worry about my teammates. Right thing to say. $2K. It's not a priority of his. How about what he said here? I was in hell playing against Kansas City. I was in complete hell. Those are his words. I was in hell. I mean, you're going to start this. I don't think teams are going to have the personnel, though. Okay? That he was talking about, saying that, they just did a lot of great things to stop us. Let's get to Jalen Hurts. My overall impression of Jalen Hurts at the podium today, if I had to use a word, what would that word have been today? Stoic. Stoic. It was like stoic. Yeah. Like, like stoic. I tell you, he's very cognizant of questions being asked to him, and he stays on point. He's like not a real good ad-libber. He has to stay on point. He's focused totally. He was asked a question about the ring. He goes, listen, it's a great accomplishment, but it's in the rearview mirror now. That's how listen, championship rings, they matter when you're retired. Being a champion, do you understand what he's talking about and how he's carrying himself? I don't think you guys understand what being a champion is. Being a champion is not just getting your ring. Being a champion is not just playing on Sundays. You live your life being a champion. You're either a champion every day of your life and every single thing you do, or you're not a champion. You can't turn that off like a light switch. That's something that is an innate thing in you, that you act like that 24/7. Whether you get a ring or not is irrelevant. I'll tell you what, guy, I've actually won a championship of you. I've won multiple. Okay? I have. Have you? Have you ever gone to the fucking White House? I mean, really? Have you? I mean, listen. When you're on a team like that, and you got guys that think like that, yeah, man. I believe he is in a zone. He is. There's one. What was the biggest thing that you took away from Jalen Hurts' time at the podium? What would be the one thing you took away listening to Hurts? I think there's only one. I circled it too. There's one thing. And I just got through telling you it. Let's see if you're smart and you guys are paying attention here. I just got through talking to you about being a champion and how you learn things. What was the most significant thing that Jalen Hurts said at the podium? Do you guys know? Do you have any idea? Probably not. I wouldn't expect you to. Okay? Why would I? Here it is. That 2022 Super Bowl loss clearly has impacted his life more than any moment in his professional sports career. More so than being benched in Alabama, more than transferring to Oklahoma. That 2022 loss in the Super Bowl, like Yale said, has stuck with him, like he said at the podium, more than anything he's ever done.
So it was asked a question about winning. And he said, I played how you guys wanted me to play, and we lost. I learned how to play another way, and it's about winning. That 2022 loss is the most significant moment in Jalen Hurts' professional career. And it is plain to see now. He is motivated by that moment more than anything he's ever done in his college or professional career was losing that game. Because here's what happens when you play like that in a game like that. You did everything you could to win your football game and you lost. You know this. You've got to do sometimes other things, sacrifice yourself for your team, like A.J. Brown was talking about, putting team first for you to be able to win. That is what I took away from that press conference from him. The rest of the stuff was kind of noise a little bit, but boy, I'll tell you what, that 2022 loss in that game has impacted him more than anything in any game he's ever played with the Philadelphia Eagles. That game, he mentions that game more than any other game. I mean, that was my takeaway. And he was using the word resetting. I mean, so as he said, the Super Bowl loss changed his soul. Have you noticed he speaks more or the importance of defense? Yes, that game changed him for the better. Remember I told you only lose from losing? There's a prime example of it. Hurts talks more about the Super Bowl loss 22 than he talks about the 24 win. That's a champion's mentality. I'll tell you this. If Jalen Hurts doesn't lose that 22 game, I don't think they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That game has hung on that guy, and that was my takeaway. Absolutely. Jalen has been outspoken of his teammates, has become more involved in being a teammate. Did you hear what else he said too? Okay, I'll expand on what you... Here's something else he took. He was asked the question, do you feel that the coaching staff has now given you more, I'm paraphrasing, has given you more rope on impacting on the game plan and also on the approach of the game? Hurts said definitely. I am feeling that. And you know what? They're pulling it out of me, and it's wanted. Maybe Jalen Hurts was, get this, I was always under the notion that Jason Kelce held him back. The way that, how about this, Yale? Yale, do you agree or disagree? I was always under the impression that Jason Kelce held him back. I think Jalen Hurts held himself back. Didn't trust himself. Now he does. He said it. Because he said, now they're pulling it out of me. And it's wanted. They're pulling his leadership out of him. He said it. Go back and listen. He said it. Do you feel that you're being more entitled in the approach and in building the game plan? And he goes, yes, I feel it. Okay? That's growth. That's getting better. It's not, He's done a ton of winning doing it the other way. But now that you give the guy and you're pulling more leadership out of him, not the leadership I'm talking about, rah bullshit. I'm talking about confidence at the line of scrimmage. Okay? Not the leadership of leading men. I'm talking about at the line of scrimmage, the confidence you're building. Okay? I mean, that's what I heard. It was, again, when you're around football players and, there's reserve guys, there's vocal guys. Like Milata and Hurts couldn't be two more polar opposite guys when you're talking about how they conduct themselves. Right? That to me. Okay? Sills, it's funny how people say Jalen Hurts can't carry a team when he did the Super Bowl and lost. I played like you wanted me to play, and we lost. He doesn't care about a narrative around him. He said that. For sure he said that. Okay? He did. He said that. I heard him say that. All of that was kind of in the same context of what he said, because then the follow-up was, do you feel you're being more or asked more to do by the coaching staff in the preparation? Again, I'm paraphrasing that part of it, but he said, yeah, they're pulling it out of me. Jalen he's a recluse dude, it seems. And also, too, this guy holds his cards to his vest tight. He's not going to be like me and show you the cards and the face of the cards. He keeps his cards close to his chest. Those are difficult people to connect with. They are. And what they're doing is they're pulling that more. Good. That's good coaching. By the way, that'll make him better. Hey, what do you think? Like this, I guarantee you they're doing this shit now. What play do you like here? Do you know how many coaches don't do that for their quarterbacks? They're going to put a game plan together, kind of getting in. They're going to get a feel for what you like, but they're going to put a game plan together, whether you fucking like it or not. And that's why you see coaches and players not connecting when it comes to play calling. That's why maybe this Kevin Patullo thing is going to work. You know why? Kevin's asking him, what plays do you like? So that there'll be no confusion. He said that in so many ways today. So that there won't be confusion. What play do you like, Jalen? On 3rd and 10, plus 25, what do you like going into the red zone here at this particular play? 2nd and 2 on the 25. What do you like here? Should we run it? Should we throw it here? Should we throw a seam? Should we? You tell me. Do you know how many coaches don't do that? Almost all of them. You've got to be a special quarterback for a coach to go, what do you like? Do you actually think that Vic Fangio tells Zach Baun, what do you like here? He tells Zach Baun what to fucking run here. He's putting Zach Baun in a position of success, because how would Zach Baun know what success is? He has no idea. He's had 1 year of it. How would he know? Vic tells him where to line up. Baun's got to trust it, and he does. Jalen's now gone to another level where the coaches are doing this. What do you like here? Really? Defense is different than offense. Who fucking doesn't know that? Communicating with players is the same. You either can or you can't. Once again, a dude missing a complete point. Nobody's talking about defenses and all. We're talking about communicating. You have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how you look at a kid and a kid builds the equity up because he becomes successful. And trust. I'll tell you this. If Vic had Roquan Smith, or he had, how about this? Or he had somebody like, who's the other? Fred Warner. You don't think he's going to go to him and ask him what he thinks we should run here on 3rd and 3? Versus Zach. I'm not asking Zach Bond what the fucking run on 3rd and 3. Heading into his second year. Could be a one-year wonder guy who's only seen 20 games as a starter. Not happening. Fred Warner, who has started over 100 ball games and has been all pro all these years. I'm going to go like this. What do you think? Common sense. Hurts is now in the position in his career. Okay? He's now in a position. That's what I heard. Okay? That's what it's and hear this. Jalen Hurts has proved that he can throw the ball when he wants to. If the Chiefs decided, no, this is half true. Jalen Hurts has shown you that he could throw the ball. He hasn't shown you he could throw the ball consistently. That's not true. That's half true. But he doesn't have to, okay? So you'll never find out then if he can. By the way, that narrative of running the ball, don't get away from it. Okay? Don't get away from it. Let me get to Nick and Howie Roseman. I think the players said a lot more. Okay? I think the players, just listening to the players talking, I really enjoyed listening to those guys. They all looked like they really get and understand. People are all over my X account right now saying that we need to trade Keely Ringo after day one of training camp. Oh, man. Because Terrence, what's his name? Terrence Mathis, is that his name? Cook Keely Ringo. Oh, my God. Oh, man, I told you this won't end well for him, but okay. I'm even going to give him the benefit. I mean, my X account is now inundated with, we need to trade Keely Ringo. I'm like, hang on. Bro, hang in there. Hang on. Terrence Marshall? Oh, I'm sorry. Terrence Matthews. Terrence Marshall. Sure, okay. Yeah. I mean, really. Relax. Give it a break a little bit here. Hey, holy cow. Oh, my God. Hold on. Oh, shit. That one was too easy for me. The next one, who's my next victim going to be? I think Ajomo's going to play well. Who's the next one going to be? It's going to be Makuba. It's going to be Makuba. He's the next one. Yeah, I know everybody had all pro yesterday. Makuba will be the next one. It'll go this. Hey, it'll go this way. Keely, Makuba, Nolan. And I think the rest will be all right. And I don't know what that's going to look like yet with Nolan. Probably, well, no, I don't want to jinx the kid. So I'm not going to jinx him. I don't like to put that word on my show, so I'm not going to say that, but yeah. Oh, by the way, Nakobe Dean. He's on the pup list, the active pup list. What did we say since day one? Paper mache? Okay. Now, here's the deal with the PUP list, the active PUP list. You don't really have to worry about it until the 53 are going to be named around Memorial Day. Or no, Labor Day, excuse me. Around Labor Day. So if he's not on the 53, he misses the first 4. But he's on this active PUP, which means he could be activated at any time and they could put him out there. So, so again, as soon as they feel he's ready, they can put him in there. Okay? It'll take long for an Eagle fan to turn on you. On what? My factual takes? Chills, what about Campbell not being on the PUP? Enormous. Going to get to that. I want to get to Howie first and Nick. Enormous. Oh, we're going to talk about him here in a second. So sometimes you got to feel like you're talking to a box of rocks with some of these guys. Yeah, because everybody's all pro, superstar years. Everything's going to be fucking hunky-dory and all this and that. And they think it's going to be a repeat of what they did in 24. Okay. I don't believe that. I mean, even if you brought the whole team back, you weren't going to do it that way. But again, I don't think you're good. Bro, you're at the lead poll. Hey, let me back this up here. You are the leader on the poll here for the Super Bowl. Okay? That is not going to not be true. But even I'm telling you, and I don't think that kid's going to be the starter after week 4, Keely Ringo. However, I'm not going off of day 1. I mean, come on now. Let's hang in there. Let's get him into some exhibition games. Let's see what Vic can put him in a better position. Maybe he's got to play deeper off the ball. Hang in there. Hang in there yet. I'll tell you one thing that's true that Gary Cobb told me today, that guy has trouble with his hips and staying on a course when it comes to wide receivers and tracking them. He thinks he has a struggle with that. Tracking receivers, coming off the line of scrimmage, and he loses them in traffic. So we'll see. Again, Vic's back there. We shall see. But look at this already. People on my Twitter. Trade Keely Ringo to a man press focus system. You're in a man press focus system. Oh, you mean a zone pressed? A man. You think he'd be better at man because of his size? Maybe. He is a good athlete. Okay? He is. Bro, you need a corner. And if you think Adoree Jackson's going to cover that for you, so wait a minute, you go from Adoree Jackson, we go from Slay to Adoree Jackson? I'll tell you this. The 2 biggest disasters that you may face is having left Slay and Gardner Johnson not on your football team. Because if you don't have decent play out of the guys that are replacing them, your secondary, including Cooper, will suffer. And your pass rush will suffer. So let's hang again. Day 1. It's like Philly fans that are Eagle fans. They lose a series and the end is falling and the sky is falling. Hang in there, man. You got a boatload of days coming up. You know what though? I will put this out there. Eagle fans have put a ton of pressure on this team. You guys, do you not agree? You guys have put a shitload of pressure on this team to repeat. You're expecting repeat. Xander expects it. Half the people in Philly expect it. The media in Philly expects it. Have you not put a ton of pressure on them to repeat? So when you hear, get this, these expectations, and a guy has a shitty first day, what did you expect them to act? Remember what's funny? The shit I asked you yesterday is all coming out after day 1. How are Philly fans going to react to this football team this year? Here's a prime example of it. A kid gets toasted in 2 plays. Trade him, get rid of him, he sucks. Oh, fuck. This is totally awesome. Even me. Easy, relax. Give the kid a shot here. I'm not there with that. Dude, I've already taken 20 X post. Get rid of this bum. I'm like, no, get rid of that bum. You went the entire offseason. You didn't bring a corner except the Dory Jackson in the building. This is what John was talking about the other day. These are the same people who said Cooper couldn't play DB. Take it easy. You crayons trade your brains for a better one and shut up and watch. Thanks for the super. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Fortune Teller Prince. That's his new name. Prove it to me, Dan. Prove it to me, Dan. Fortune Teller Prince. Anybody who tells you what they think a player is going to look like, it's a fortune teller. Anybody like me who says, show me. That's what we'll see. Okay? I want you to show me you can play. I don't want to hear this. Show me. Can you play? Guy's a fortune teller. Dan, true Eagle fans don't tolerate complacency. Yeah, but you got to give a guy day one. I mean, fuck, man. I mean, come on. You're either improving or you're not. Let's hope Ringo can turn things around. What do you mean turn shit around, man? I mean, really. Yeah. Let's see here. Great Sills, great value Dollar General at the barbershop version of Scary Terry beat Ringo deep. Okay. All right. Let me get to Nick and Howie. Here's Howie. By the way, Nick making sure he threw that in there. Howie gets us the greatest players in the history of Jesus Christ. Hey, Nick, you got the job, son. You got the raise. You're good. It's all good, dude. I'll tell you what, he even seemed a little more comfortable, though, behind the mic. I'll give him that. I do. I'll tell you what he did. Boy, I'll tell you something, man. That guy that went to the Raiders, there is no doubt Howie loved that guy. What was his name? Woo! Howie had a right-hand man. Shoot, put me in or Philly 500. Oh, come on, man. Hey, how about this, man? He talked really a lot about missing that guy who went to the Raiders. Okay? Talked a lot about it, man. He also talked about Joe Douglas being elevated. Joe Douglas can draft. Joe Douglas being the vice president to the general manager, right-hand man, I think that's a great thing. You got two GMs in the building. Hey, man, I don't think Joe Douglas did a bad job in New York except for the quarterback situation. I really do. I think that's pretty cool. Thank you for the supers, guys. John said the other day that McKee is going to be the number 2. I think I saw that on the depth chart. Why do they have a backup that will cause us to change our whole system if Hurts goes down? Shouldn't you have guys that can operate like Hurts does? Well, let me ask you something. That's a good point. You would want, so you don't have to have a turnover and have to change a lot of the things. But let me ask you this. Wouldn't you want something different that would give teams more suspect to have to kind of game plan and not you would have the advantage if you have somebody completely different? If you put a guy in there, that means that the opposing team's going to kind of know if Jalen, God forbid, goes down, you're still going to know pretty much what they're going to do. The element of surprise, wouldn't it, Riot, be this? What are they going to do with Tanner McKee? I have no idea what they're going to do. Don't you think that would be something that would give them pause on what to expect in a game plan if you ran a whole different system? Isn't that how you won Super Bowl 17 or Super Bowl in 17/18? You modified the offense. It was kind of the same, but you modified it a little bit more for Foles. Okay, right? So, I mean, I think one of the advantages that Kellen Moore had a year ago was they didn't know what he was going to do because he had never had to run offense before. Okay? Man, you guys are killing Ringo. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I mean, boy, this kid's in for a tough camp. Fans are on Keely. Hey, wait. Fans are on Keely Ringo's ass. Hey, watch this. Okay. So here's the milk carton list. Milk carton list number 1. According to you guys, I'm not here with this. Keely Ringo. Wait a minute. How many people after day 1 are concerned with Keely Ringo? I'm not yet. For the record, I was concerned about him in March. So I'm not. Hey, right. Here's Xander. Okay? I've been concerned about him since March, so I'm not concerned today. Let's see. I ain't concerned. I believe in Keely Ringo. Not me. He needs reps. Okay? I think that right there. Hey, Jimbo. Jimbo just said something very important. He needs reps. Well, how come he didn't get him a year ago? I disagree 1,000% with John when John says, well, you know, I'm not concerned with the fact that Vic went to someone else. You're not concerned that Vic thought someone else was better in that situation than him? Okay. Oh. Hey, listen, today I'm feeling better because he's the only guy I have left because I let Isaiah go. The only reason that Keely's starting is because Isaiah's gone. Not because if Isaiah was still here, he'd be starting. I mean, that's all you need to know. Keely Ringo would not be starting if Isaiah Rodgers was still here. Well, you know, now he's starting. Okay, you got rid of 2 dudes, 1 starter, then the second starter, and the third guy. So you got the third guy getting the job. All right. Like I said, I'm not concerned today. I was concerned in March. So you couldn't beat out a 33-year-old cornerback and a guy being suspended for a year. That was my take. Greetings from Norway. How you doing, man? The Viking. We got a man with Viking blood in here. How you doing? What's this I'm hearing about Ringo? I just woke up and my IG feed is videos of him getting bumped with high hopes. Is this real? A man from Norway is waking up with his IG blaring away that Keely Ringo is now toast Ringo. It's just too fucking funny. Sills, you should hang around when Birds 365 comes on at 6 and get you. That's all. No, John. No. Hey, man, we are brothers here at JAKIB. No. That's not what that is. I've got great respect for what the guy does. How you doing? Make sure you get all the names, because I stand with Ringo, says Marshall. the Maniac Chambers. 348. Fuck yeah. 6348, excuse me. I stand. I ain't afraid of fucking nobody. Been doing this for 100 years. Stand in line. There's people that go around the block here with big sills. How you doing? Shit, I got people in line as long as I-95. From the Keys to Maine. Standing in line, wanting to take a shot at big sills. How you doing? No, I'm not the one. Nah, let me go here, man. So let me finish up here with old Nicky boy. Some would say Maniac. Bro, listen here, Maniac. I'm going to do something crazy here that I've never done before. Dan Sileo at AOL. I know. Xander says it too. Send me that fucking link. I want to watch your show. Because if you just give me the link, I will never watch your show. I haven't even opened up DDP's thing. Okay? I still haven't opened that thing up yet. Okay? Hold on for a second here. Let me get Prince. Sileo scared of... Yeah. You know what? Let me hook you up on something. I never heard of J-Mac until I got on JAKIB. People know who I am. Okay? People know who I am. I don't have to worry about where people know where Big Sills is. Just remember that. Always remember. I'm one of the dudes. How you doing? People in Norway hearing about, hey, wait a minute. Leon, people in Norway are hearing about the Eagle Corner getting killed in the fight. It's fucking awesome. That is so great. Hey, I am wrong, man. The Philadelphia Eagles are killing it already. Asante said. I knew this would happen. Philadelphia Eagle fans are going to go, if this guy gets beat tomorrow, wow, is this guy going to get murdered by Eagle fan? Shit, man. Boy, you guys have put a ton of break. I'm not anywhere near that. I mean, not me. Don't confuse me with it. Eagles touch every continent. So let me get this right. Everyone's hearing about Keely Ringo getting toasted in Bangladesh. We need to fire Keely Ringo. Keely Ringo. No, Keely Ringo. I mean, where the fuck are you from? Bangladesh. Have you not heard? We are the Eagle fan base in Bangladesh. What the fuck is this Keely Ringo? I don't even know how they talk. I have no idea. Holy shit. Keely Ringo's getting hammered in Norway. Holy fuck. This guy's getting hammered in Norway. He's not even getting hammered in JAKIB. And he's not even getting hammered in Philly. He's getting hammered in Norway. He thought it was bad when he... Now the whole world knows that Keely Ringo got cooked. Oh, man. If he... hold on. Wait a minute. If he gets beat by Johnny Wilson, this whole chat's going to... No. If he gets beat by Anus Smith, is that his name? If he gets beat by Anus Smith, all bets are off that I'm on his ass more. I'm going to go with Anus Smith. . Holy cow. Poor guy's getting hammered. in Norway, Finland, Greenland. It's still not part of America yet, right? All right. So where else? Ireland, Belfast. Hey, can you see the guys in Belfast going, you hear the kid Ringo? He sucks already. Day one. Fuck it. Got beat twice. Terrence, what's his name? Matthews? Terrence Whitney? I mean, some dude named Terrence beat him. Fucking too good, man. Shit, I got a million things to hit on. And we're talking about the Nordic gods coming down with a thunderbolt on Keely Ringo and calling him Toast Ringo now. Yeah, you got the Prince Saudis in Dubai going, hey, you hear my boys over in Abu Dhabi talking? Keely Ringo got his ass kicked today in the first day of Eagle Camp. You believe that? Hey, look at this. The toast heard around the world. Oh, my God. This is fucking classic. Let me put this out there to you. I asked this question yesterday. How are you going to act as Eagle fans? Are you going to be patient with this team or not? Well, let me throw this one at you. By the way, hit the like button, guys. Let me ask you this one. How do you feel about Jacoby Dean on the PUP list? Been in Norway since 2014, and yes, we see Ringo. Holy shit, this guy's in Norway, and he's one pissed off Viking. I mean, shit. No, man. Do I have a cassette player? Yeah. I got the one your girlfriend sent when she's doing that striptease for me on the VCR. I plugged it in. I had to shut it off because I was a little nervous over it, Prince, but it's all good. Thanks for the VCR. Tell your chick thank you. It's all good. I still got one there. Hey, Leon, boy, you started this, you know. Leon, you started this shit. You're the one that said, trade his ass, get him out of here. He's getting killed already. Come on, man. Oh, man. Leon, you started this. Man. Damn, dude. Come on. Leon, what'd you do here? Leon is one of those guys in Philadelphia. You know what he does? This kid right here, man, I got concerns over the fucking guy. And you know what I'm telling you? Okay. It's because me and Leon kind of speak the same language. You know, Leon, we're probably related somehow. You know, brothers and paisans, you know what they say. We're both very fast. And so you and me are probably related here. And so we speak the same language here. We're good, right? But Leon's talking to all the guys down in South Philly going, you see that fucking Ringo kid? He got beat by Terrence Matthews. That's not his name. Okay. Holy cow. You started this, dude. Poor kid. He can't even get through day one of camp. You fans are going to be unbelievable this year. The one thing to watch, and I'll tell you this, I think you have had a very complacent offseason. Okay? You've had a very complacent offseason, and we've noticed this. Well, now, things are going to be different because, you know, hey, what's this? Day one overreacting? I'm not overreacting. That ain't my fucking take. That ain't my take. Then again, dude, I'm not concerned, dickhead. I was concerned in March. You're making it sound like this is something I'm saying today. March 17th, actually. How you doing? No. They're under your chick's bed. She'll know. Yeah. You were concerned over nothing. Oh, you're right. I never said Keely Ringo would be beat out by week 4. Oh, you're right. Will 2025 be the Big Sills revenge? No, I don't want it to be. No, hold on. No. That's not what we're doing here. No. I am not looking for revenge. Only on a few of you. I don't want the season to blow. No. Absolutely not. Because you guys will go and hide like you did in the offseason here. I can't have that. Oh, no. I cannot have that. Because if the Eagles start losing, you know what will happen? Guys like M. Reyes and the rest of these fucking guys are going to hide under their bed going, Big Bad Seals was, wait, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I can't want to face the guy because he's going to rip me a new one. Oh, yeah. I'll have a new voice. Oh, yeah, this is Big Sills. How you doing? You think I'm fucking Hulk Hogan. Hey, what are you going to do when fucking Big Sills Mania runs wild on you? DeJean will be, hey, that's a good call. Cooper's going to take the place of the position that is going to be the most contested. If they think that there's an issue at corner, they're going to put his ass out there. If they think there's going to be hey, well, let's do this. What do you think there's going to be now after your day one panic? What do you think is going to be what would you think will be the biggest area where Cooper DeJean has to play the most? At safety or at corner? Outside of his slot position? Which one do you think he'll play more? Which one? Safety or corner? By the way, Battle Royale will be with us at 4:30. Let's see here. Who's Eli Ricks? Corner. Okay. Well, why do you see the Commanders out McLaurin on the did not report list? Did you see that the Commanders put out McLaurin and put him on the did not report list? Yes. That is going to get fixed. They are not going to not have him for Jaden Daniels. Or they're going to trade for Tyreek Hill. You're not going to have a player and take one of the most important players away from Jaden Daniels and not have a replacement and think Debo's the guy. That's not going to work. And the Commanders are not going to roll down that lane. Now, would the Commanders trade Terry McLaurin to Miami for Tyreek Hill? Something to think about. I mean, would you do it? I don't know. Fresh new start for both? Put Tyreek Hill in Washington? And send McLaurin down to Miami? I might do that. I might. A lot more money. Washington has the money to take on Cheetah's contract. So if they added Cheetah to the pass offense, I mean, that would improve the passing game because I think Tyreek Hill is better than McLaurin. Both guys, top 10 guys, but it would improve Washington's passing game. And you could kind of solve a problem. Plus, he's under contract still. I'm talking Hill. Something to think about. I'm not saying they'll do it. But they're not going to go into the start of the season without a top wide receiver for Jaden Daniels. Because if they do, that's a major disaster by Adam Peters. I mean, okay? And I think that Tyreek Hill, quitting on his teammates in Miami, probably needs a new start. And he's going to start complaining about the other guys making money. Washington's got money. I think Tyreek Hill needs to get the hell out of Miami. Players have lost faith in him. Okay, so, I mean, look at this here. Tyreek Hill's he's a playmaker, not a wide receiver. Well, you could almost say the same thing about the quarterback. Tyreek Hill's the most overrated star wide receiver in the league. Well, that's why he was voted number one by the players as the player. He was voted the number one player in the National Football League a year ago. And you say he's the most overrated. Players voted on it. I didn't. I don't know. That would be something to think about. So let me ask you this question. Where's Jahad Campbell going to play? Where's Jahad Campbell going to play? Where are you going to play him? We've asked this question, but since he's not on the PUP list, okay, where are you playing Campbell? Vic said inside linebacker. Okay? So you're going to play him in Kobe's spot, the Kobe spot. So let me ask you something. When Nakobe Dean is healthy, are you taking Jahad Campbell out and putting Dean in? Is that what you're doing? Or does Nakobe Dean become the rotating guy? How's that going to work? Guy you drafted 31st? How are you playing this? You're going to start him? Are you starting him? Are you going to start Jahad Campbell inside? Let me take a look at the depth chart that was sent to me this morning. And let me see what they got listed on the depth chart. Let me see. Email, Clint Hurt, depth chart. Thank you, Clint. Okay. They still got Trotter in there. They still got Jeremiah Trotter in there. So he's not starting. Jahad Campbell's going to be the backup. So last year you put Q in right away as a starter. And you're going to put a 5th-round draft choice in there against the Dallas Cowboys. Or at least the first week of camp. You're going to put Trotter in there. Are you hoping that Campbell beats him out? Is that what you're doing? Are you hoping for him to beat him out? Hey, like I said, we're just asking some questions here now. Where's Jahad Campbell going to play? Hey, by the way, that's fucking fabulous news that he's not on the PUP. He's not on the PUP list, and that he's out there rolling around. I love it. Good. That means, get this, that's ahead of schedule. So he recovered, and you're going to start trying to figure out a role for him. Where does that leave Nakobe? Nakobe starts out on the PUP active list. Again, some of you may not know what it is. Okay. That the kid will start out, which means when he's ready to play prior to the 53 being set, they can activate him at any time. Okay. Now, if he starts the season and he's not on the active 53, he misses the first 4 games of the year. And that will be a death star to him in his career in Philly. That's it. It's over. unless he'll take the role of being a backup in Philly. He might. He might do that. Availability has a lot to do with whether a player's success is going to be on a respected team or not. How many times have we seen great football players that you get a guy on a football field, and just because the guy's got great talent, he can't stay on the field, that don't mean you're going to build a football team around that guy. You know, I started saying that bullshit this morning about Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin had another leg injury and another surgery. He's 29 years old. You gave him a contract extension, and I'm like, hang on here. This guy's been hurt 2 of the last 3 years, and you're giving extensions to a 30-year-old wide receiver? Why? In Norway. Have you seen the headlines in Norway on the newspaper? What's the paper called there? I think it's called the fucking Thorinian. It's like the Thorinian. Keely Ringo, toasted. First day, Eagles camp. You see it? Some dude named Terrence Mathis ended up kicking his ass, and then AJ took him to school. He's on the front page of the Thorinian. And all the Norwegians and all this, and all the New Zealand. No, what is that? That's Norway, Finland. Fuck, I don't know. Need a globe, man. In Dubai, headlines. Keely Ringo beating cop. Holy shit. You fans are going to be really rough this year. Holy cow. This is going to be a ton of fun. All right. Don't forget, by the way, night show tonight with Birds 365. John will be out there, and he'll tell you about it all and how the fans are going crazy already. My look at this. My DMs and my X account are totally blowing up that you need to blow up Keely Ring. I'm going like, wait a minute. Even I'm defending the guy. All right. Battle Royale will be at 4:30, and we now bring on, our man, Big Z, Xander Krauss.
What up, Big Sills?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing as good as one can do on a camp opening day here in the city of brotherly love. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely, man. Are you kidding? Content out the wazoo. I haven't even I just talked about the players and coaches and, the GM and all this and that. So, I mean, what's your takeaway already? It's day one. I'm not even, bro, day one, your fans are going nuts.
Who's going nuts? Who? Kyle in the chat?
No, Leah.
Is that it? Who's going nuts? Nobody's going nuts.
Look at my ex.
Who plays? Who cares? It's called practice.
It's Toast Ringo.
Come on, man. It's Philly Ringo, man. I like what my boy in the chat put. Mac Main put Philly Ringo. It's not Keely Ringo. It's Philly Ringo. I'm not worried at all about Philly Ringo. And I thought, leave it to Sills to harp on all that. There's one negative thing is that Keely Ringo gets beat on 2 plays. Wait a second. Jordan Davis shows up in the best shape of his life. Looks like a fucking chiseled machine.
Great. Congratulations on your job.
Jahad Campbell's out on the field looking like a tank already. I mean, he's going to be a beast of a player. Everything looks great right now.
You want me to give credit for a guy doing his job by showing up in shape. Congratulations. Wow.
Well, you laugh about that, but how many players? How many players in the league? So what's the percentage of players in the National Football League that doesn't reach their potential because they don't put the work in that Jordan Davis just pushed in? Now, I know you're not wrong to say, I'm not going to thank you for robbing a bank, but how many players in the history of the game never reached their potential or didn't have a career as they could have because they didn't have that discipline to do what he did? Now, sure, is he paid to do it? Absolutely. But the NFL is a microcosm of society, Sills. A lot of people sit their ass on the couch and don't put the work in. So Jordan Davis did put the work in. That's a positive thing for our defense this year. 100%.
Only took him 4 fucking years to figure it out.
I don't give a shit.
I do. Well, obviously the Eagles do too. They didn't extend him because of that shit.
Well,
Great.
you might be.
You showed
Listen,
up doing your job.
I was going to say, because I saw somebody tweet, I think it was actually Lord Brunson tweeted out how we should have got ahead of that deal. And for a second, I agreed with it, but maybe Howie knew he couldn't give him that deal yet. I'm not giving you that deal until you prove it to me. And Jordan Davis showed up in the best shape of his life.
Okay.
And let's be real, he passes the eye test too. He looks like he's in the best shape of his life. Now we got to see him, how he goes on the field and all the play. I think that matters more than what he looks like in shirts and shorts and everything. But I think it's a positive sign there. I think the Campbell thing is great. I mean, I don't know if I expected Campbell to be on the field yet. So I'm pretty – listen.
What about Dean?
Dean, I don't know. I mean, I think he wants to get out there, but obviously they said he's going to start on the PUP list. I feel like
I'll know more when John will probably know more.
I'll get some info on John. I don't know what to think of Nakobe because I love the player and I think he really developed very well.
He did
last year and he had a really good season. But I mean, let me just run something real quick. Guys, if Jahad Campbell is healthy, all right, let's just assume for a second he is as healthy as he looked on day one and he starts the regular season or he's close to being ready to go. Like, is anybody going to be itching for Dean to come back? Now, look, I love Dean. I like Dean a lot. I actually said this morning, maybe that it's possible they do try and keep him in Philly. But there's a lot of guys in that room right now, and there's a lot of good guys in that room right now that have potential and that have upside and have athletic ability and run the type of defense that Vic is going to want them to run. So I'm curious to see about Nakobe. But overall, you hear Jalen up there? Fucking shit. It's over. I don't need that ring on my. Jalen is truly a psycho in the best way. I mean, this guy dropped a line today. I don't know if you heard this line. He dropped a line today. It's nice to see it one last time.
Yeah.
That's what he says about a championship ring.
Yeah, no.
It's nice to see it one last time. I mean, this guy is built mentally as good as you could ask for.
How about
when
this?
it comes to needing a quarterback to lead your franchise.
Let me walk back something here. The reason why Dean will be out is because Trotter will be cheaper because he's on a rookie deal. You'll be able to have him as a swing linebacker, and Campbell will be your off ball, and they'll be able to do multiple things with versatility with Bond and with Campbell. That creates more for you with those two type of players on the edge.
Exactly.
You can't play Kobe on the edge. He's got to be in the middle because of his size and his stature. So I think Trotter's the guy in and Dean's the guy out. I want to give you something, though, what Hurts said that I loved. Here, this was something that I thought that really resonated with me. He is more impacted by that 2022 Super Bowl loss than anything in his entire life. He said that thing resonated with him. And he said that thing right there is no doubt. I played the way you guys wanted me to play and lost. He said that, and I'll tell you the other thing that I loved was AJ saying this. Wrote it down here. Here's AJ Brown. I have to remember to do the most important thing in my life, and that is to put team first. I've got to keep that in mind and to try to be the best football player that I could possibly be and work at that the most. That right there, have you ever talked and heard a number one wide receiver go, I've got to worry about being fucking team first? Tyreek Hill didn't want to go in a football game last year against the Jets, and his coaches were telling him in because he was only thinking about himself. That to me. And then you hear Mailata. Do you agree that Mailata is now taking the baton from Brandon Graham as the overall team leader?
Maybe. I think it's more Jalen. And I say that for a very specific reason. And it ties into what you just said about A.J. Brown.
Jalen's not a vocal leader.
But he doesn't – not everybody is a vocal leader.
I got it.
But look at the way A.J. Brown's speaking. I mean, you just said it. Does that not sound like Jalen Hurts? I mean, the quote today from Jalen Hurts was, no, I've went a very long time being told I got to do it a certain type of way. That didn't get me the win. When I did it how everyone told me to, when you put so much energy into personal performance – you kind of lose sight of the main thing of winning. Since the loss in 22, it's been my main motivation to find ways to win, regardless of how it looks. I just want to find ways to win And that's the mentality I want this team to have. That's the mentality they're all taking too. I mean, even Mailata today. We're not repeating shit.
How about and
now you're right that Jalen's not going to be the as upfront, to the cameras, that type of a leader that you see. But when you see guys saying things like that, that's from the Jalen Hurts mindset. Yeah. And that shows you that he's got the eye of everybody in the room. And they're listening to him, they're seeing him, and they're watching him, what he's doing. And they're taking it and they're taking it and using it.
Well, if I was in that locker room, I relate more to Mailata than I do Hurts. And I like the way that Jordan Mailata. I'm not saying Hurts is not a leader, but for me personally, if I was in that locker room, I would be more towards Jordan Mailata because of the way Mailata handles himself, by the way he talks, by the way he plays, how good he is, all the things he is as a teammate, talking about other teammates around him, getting better and this and that. I'm not saying Hurts doesn't do any of that. For me, I relate more to a guy like Mailata than I would Hurts.
That's fine, but let me give you a comp. All right, some people will like this comp, some people won't like this comp. Jesus had 12 apostles.
Okay.
Maybe you like Matthew better than Mark, or maybe you like Luke better than John, but they're all sharing the same message. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's easier for some guys to relate to Mailata or Lane or another player, or AJ, or or Saquon.
That's why there's multiple guys.
But
there's multiple captains for a reason.
Right. And the point, I think, is that they all share the common goal. And when you have guys that share a common goal and you actually all pursue the same thing, I think that's when you're in the right camp. And as long as Jalen, I think that's where I think I took Jalen as the leader, because I think he's the guy that has set, what Mailata is preaching about, what Saquon's preaching about, what AJ's talking about with the sacrifice of individual stats and stuff like that. So I think Jalen's the head of the snake, and I think he should be, and I think he earned it rightfully. So I think that's where we are. But you are right. I mean, he's definitely a more reserved dude. He's not the same type of leader that Mailata is, or that any of the other guys are.
Let me throw this at you here. Because of the NFL Players Association bullshit, do you think that had anything to do with the market a couple of years ago when the running back market was being downgraded, downpaid, no guaranteed monies really? And Barkley was asked that question. And Barkley was like, hey, do I think it had a lot to do with the money that was given to us? Do I think it had a lot to do with the undermining of the free agency? I thought that was a great take by them. But I also loved what I heard from him. Boy, I'll tell you what, man, Saquon Barkley, he is a tremendous teammate. I was asked a question about being a 2K guy. He goes, no, I never really reached out to anybody. To me, it's more about just going out there and trying to do the best that I possibly can. And whatever that looks like, I don't know what it looks like. I'm here for us to win. He said he was in holy hell with Kansas City. I thought that was a pretty decent statement, because that's kind of going down the line of what you said when you said that a lot of teams are going to line the box up on him this year. And he said, listen, KC gave me a lot of hell. I really liked all the things. They brought all the stars out too. And the one thing you took away was they were all on the same page, wasn't it?
My bad. Yeah, no, it's a good takeaway. I agree with that completely.
Okay, so let me throw this at you here, what he said about Kevin Patullo. I thought it was pretty interesting that he brought up Kevin Patullo. And don't you think that it was cool to have and hear him say this, that Kevin and I and Nick, it looks pretty good right now. We're going to do a couple things that are different. But at the end of the day here, I thought, he gave those guys a lot of kudos and he felt pretty good with the offense. I came away with this word with Jalen Hurts. I don't know if you did. If I had to take a word away from him being at the podium, I thought the word would be stoic.
Yeah.
I thought he was stoic I think
he's always been a pretty stoic dude, actually,
But didn't he seem more comfortable?
Yeah, I think he does. I think I think that's what success does. Sills, when you haven't in a way, when you've never actually achieved what this goal is. Remember, before they won last year, they always Jalen even himself always talked about, the pursuit and the journey and all these different things for the goal, right? When you've never achieved it, it's always going to be human nature to question if you're doing it right, or to question if what you thought will get you there is actually the right thing to get you there. I think that's common human psychology right there. So now that you've gotten there, okay, what I preached last year did work. Okay, my thoughts about that did bear to be true. Okay, we did ultimately win what we wanted to win by pursuing that. And I think that is what gives everybody a sense of confidence, from Nick to, even Howie. How about Howie walking up to the podium there, and he's like, all right, the first order of business is this, this, and this. Nick Jacoby Dean's on the pup list. Jahan Campbell will play. I'm like, whoa, all right, Howie. Walking out there slapping your damn balls on the table like your shit doesn't stink. That's what it does when you win, Sills. When you win, you get that sense of confidence. I think it's a good thing as long as it's channeled properly toward the next goal, the next journey, which they've already emphasized.
I liked their first day. How about this, though? Dude, I may have to do a revamp here after hearing Mulata.
Oh, baby!
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Who's the breakout guy? Who's going to have a bigger year, Cooper DeJean or Jalyx Hunt?
I know. I don't know.
Mulata was like this. Howie, you got to be kidding me. Because he sounds like he made a leap.
Yeah. Jalyx Hunt's going to be good, man. Jalyx Hunt's going to be a good player. There's a couple guys in this chat that have said that from Jump Street, so well done by you guys. But I'm going to pick Cooper.
Me too. I'm
a pick Cooper. But I could see Jalyx doing it. I don't know. This is why I'll explain this. It's actually easier for Jalyx to do it because Cooper accomplished so much more in year one. So it's harder for
it's going to be this much of an increase
versus Jalyx only played as many snaps as he played, and now you're going to put he's going to be in the biggest role. So I think it's easier for Hunt to do it, but APC, you know what APC means, right?
All pro Coop.
All pro Coop.
Hey.
Are you kidding me? This guy goes from an all-pro offseason and getting honeys down at the Jersey Shore to one of the best receivers in football saying he's all-pro Coop on the out as a cornerback.
You got A.J. Brown saying that.
I know. I think even Sileo feels what this team is about to look at. Even Sileo feels that it's different in Philly right now.
I'm going to have a great year.
It's different in Philly right now, Sills.
I know I'm going to have, especially after Toast Ringo. Day one, you guys are already fucking shit in the bed already.
Wait a second now. Let me draw a contrast to you. Let me say something to you that I think you'll agree with. There's also a stark contrast off the football field that you're seeing with our team versus many teams throughout the NFL and also especially in our division. In Dallas, they're talking about Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and contracts and all these different things. In Washington, Terry McLaurin's not showing up because they won't pay their top wide receiver. Instead, they prioritized, a bunch of 35-year-olds. Now, in Philly, like you said, they're talking about resetting. They're talking about pursuing their next goal. They're talking about, putting their one foot in front of them, not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future. And they got everybody coming back. They got the death of ego coming from many people. Jalen, A.J. Brown has now taken up for that, which I do think that's something A.J. struggled with, as all receivers would in the past. Shit, man, I'm not getting the ball as much as I wanted. This sucks. This sucks. What's my career going to look like when I'm done?
I think that's a huge statement.
It's a huge one. So I think there's also and I think that starts with Howie and Jeffrey. And I think they've
bringing the guys in. Bringing the
right guys in and getting contracts done and making sure that everybody was on the same page. Like, for example, even the way they handled CJ, like many other teams would have probably known that they wanted to move on from him, let it linger, let it go through, then let camp happen, not give him a new deal, and maybe even traded him before. The Eagles got it done early, fast, explained it was a money thing, whether that was true or not, and they turned the page. Get that done, dusted, and over with. And that's what the way they're doing it. So I think the front office deserves a lot of credit for that too.
Let me ask you this: are you buying what Lane said, that he thinks that Tyler Steen is playing with a lot of confidence, and he thinks that Tyler has improved, and he thinks he's going to be a heck of a ball player? Before you answer that, I got to tell you, the aura and the presence of Lane when he's behind the mic, I mean, it's bigger than Fletcher's. It's bigger than Jason Kelsey's. It's right in the room with Graham's leadership, but man, he's a fucking total. That presence of that guy when he stands there, you're looking at total greatness.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it's a different kind too, because Lane is a little bit
growing though. It's growing.
It's growing for sure, and I think something has. I think what else ties into that is the success thing. Where people have now seen the success, and when you have a guy like Lane, who's been to 2 and won 2, or been to multiple and won 2, been to 3 and won 2, I think you start to listen. Not that they weren't listening to him before, but again, there's always that.
No, that shit grows.
Right? Yeah, that human element of question.
It grows.
I think that's really resolved, and Lane's great, man. I think he's really grown as a player. I mean, I'm proud of him too for anybody that remembers when he went through some of the anxiety stuff and he had those issues. And, I think he's even grown in that regard. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about now at the podium. Totally. He feels more confident and comfortable.
Yeah.
And, it's impressive, man. He's an impressive football player. He's seemingly a very impressive person, and he's becoming an impressive leader, as you point out. So it's a great blessing to have guys like that, man. I mean,
is he the most accomplished Philadelphia Eagle of all time?
Well, I think there are other people close right now. I think BG's probably – well, no, BG hasn't had the level of all pros and Pro Bowls and accolades that Lane has. He's probably the most accomplished Eagle of all time. He probably is.
Now, Hurts will have that ability with giving.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think anybody still here, has that ability.
Okay, there's still that ability for him, but
right now, Lane is certainly more accomplished.
But Lane has got to be the most accomplished Eagle in like at least the Super Bowl era.
I don't know. Prince says it's Dawkins. Well, I don't know Prince. I mean, Dawkins
never won shit.
Yeah, maybe personally, but you got to account
for. Lane
has the personal success and now the team success. And as you point out, he was a big leader on the team that won.
He's gonna get a gold jacket. I mean, he's a first ballot.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
He's the first. Well, and when you get the first ballot, what does Brian Dawkins have over him then? Nothing. He has no rings. He's been to 3. He's won 2. He's had multiple. He has that, what would be really great if he wins that first initial award for like the offensive lineman. Hey, dude, I think Fletcher Cox is one of my favorite Eagle players of all time. I love the guy.
I think Fletch might be the closest, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But
because Fletch, the difference between Fletch and BG, while BG has an extra ring over Fletch, Fletch was legitimately the pinnacle of defensive tackles for a large portion of his career. Now, I love Brandon Graham, but he was never looked at as the best edge rusher in football. And it was a different career. Again, this isn't to take away from BG at all.
Valleys.
Yeah, but I think you could probably make the argument that Fletcher is probably the closest one to Lane as it stands right now.
Where are you playing Campbell?
I don't know. He's big. Did you see that picture I put up this morning? Fucking big dude, man. I mean, I feel like you could rush him off the edge. I feel like you can line him up off ball because he's got the football IQ and the speed you need to do it. He's obviously already a very instinctive player. I think that's what gives me so much confidence, kind of why I started this segment on our topic about Nakobe Dean of I actually like Nakobe, but I mean, if this dude Jahad Campbell's as good as I think he's going to be, I don't see how you're going to get on the field. This guy can play all over the place. And imagine what Vic can do, Sills, with 2 guys that off-ball linebacker that have the ability to rush, cover, and play off-ball.
Bro, I just envision this. When Dean gets back, Okay, Dean and Trott are playing inside, and your two edge rushers are Bond and Campbell.
Well, so you're are you taking off the field then?
As a rotation. I'm saying that like
as a rotation, yeah.
As a rotation, you could see that lineup out there with those two guys in the middle and those two edge rushers playing. I'm not taking Nolan. I'm talking about rotation kind of deal, so that you would have, if you're not going to be sold on Uche and Ojulari, maybe those two guys are going to fill the role. Okay, now let me ask you something about, I'm with you, man. I'm not going to fucking shit the thing on Keely Ringo in day one. But where do you see Cooper DeJean playing more this year outside of his nickel spot, safety or corner?
That's another one that's a good question where, you're so versatile with them. You can do so many different things with them. Where do you think he can have the most impact? And I'll give you credit for this because you're the one who said safety a while ago where you think he can make a big impact at that position.
Because he's still in the middle of the field.
Exactly. And he'd have that playmaking upside. I mean, what does that do for your corner room? Now you got Quignon. That's it.
You see, to me, I want to.
Now you're banking on Ringo. You're banking on a slot guy that's never been there.
I want to keep Coop in the middle of the field. I want him to be my third backer, kind of in a way, back there in that
but
zone.
If he's good enough on the outside, Sills, I kind of want him on the outside, dude.
Have we seen that yet?
We haven't seen it, but I'm projecting. I think this kid's going to be able to do it because he seems to be able to do everything else he's been asked to do. I mean, let me ask you. You think he's going to fall flat on his face if they put him outside?
No.
Me neither.
I don't know what level, though.
That doesn't mean you're wrong, though, about the middle of the field, but I think
I don't know what level that is. I mean, like, how about this? Could he play it? Okay. But does he play it at the high level? He plays nickel and safety. That's what I don't want to put him in. I don't want to put him where get this. He can play it. I want to keep him in the all-pro room with safety and nickel, right? You want him to maximize his ability.
APC is inevitable. He's inevitable at any position you put him.
One of my bold predictions.
Yes, it was.
Cooper.
Yes, it was.
I even got AJ saying it now.
I
even got AJ rocking with that bitch now.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my God. This is going to be a fucking wonderful year here. I cannot wait. Hey, what'd you make of Nick at the podium?
Good. Comfortable, calm. More probably like
more questions. Wait, you know what was different?
It's same old Nick, though.
Wait a minute. You know what was different? More questions were asked at Nick.
Yeah, I it's funny you noticed that because I did too. Normally, when Howie's up there, it's the Howie show.
Yeah, I think because you see Howie kind of like jabbing at him a little bit.
You think Howie's like, I better make some moves. I better make some.
You know what though? I caught myself looking at Howie because Nick kept answering all these questions, and I was like, "Oh, Howie's not gonna like that. Probably get his ass fired for shit like that." I was like, "Holy shit, Nick's taking the show." I thought Nick handled himself very good. You know what? I mean, look, the guy's he's got a long way to go. He was asked about his linebacker room, and I think he answered it right. He goes like this: "I'm very excited about what we got there. I would be too if I had Campbell. I would. Campbell and Bond excite me. Trotter and Dean don't."
It's true.
Now, Trotter might a little because I don't know yet what he is.
Trotter and Dean still excite me, but it's a different level of excitement. It's a different type of excitement.
Campbell and Bond excite me.
Campbell and Bond is like through the roof upside excitement. Trotter and Dean is I got good, stable players excitement and depth.
No, Jalen up there at the mic. Yeah, what? I don't talk about my past.
Yeah, we might be overthinking too, Jihad.
What do you mean?
Nakobe Dean gets healthy. You got Nakobe and Bond as your linebackers. You put Jihad on the edge. You can play him in NASCAR. You can play him all, in different types of positions on the outside. You can take him in for Jalyx at times. And then you have Jalyx, Nolan, and Jihad as your 3 edge rushers. You got a Jomo Carter and now the chiseled Jordan Day. I never want to see another fucking comment in this chat box about Donut Davis. Understand, all you nerds? I don't want to see another fucking comment about Donut Davis.
Do you think him being in shape is going to improve his play?
That's yet to be determined, but that still removes the nickname Donut Davis.
Okay. Hey,
Donut Davis insinuates you're a fat ass.
Because the coordinator said he was.
All right, well, he's not anymore.
Okay, he's not anymore. Congratulations. I'm glad after 4 years you decided to put the donut box back. Very good. Congratulations to you, kid. It only took you 4 years and your agent beating your ass telling you want a 4-year contract extension? Get your fat ass in shape.
Good, whatever it took.
Okay, right.
Everybody goes through different ebbs and flows of life, man.
There's 2 things that come out of today, too, between Hurts and Howie that I enjoyed. Hurts talking about the 2022 Super Bowl loss. And you know what else Howie did? Howie talked about the 2018 season. After the Super Bowl, he talked about, hey, man, there were decisions that have to be made. There were really crazy shit that had to be said. This organization's learned by their failures, and that's why they're winning. I mean, do you know how many organizations? Look at Jerry Jones. He's doing the same bullshit he did in 1996. Nothing's changed. He's not evolved. He's not done anything better. And what's he do? He takes a fucking piss on his quarterback and his edge rusher before camp fucking starts. Congratulations to you guys.
I think Jerry's in troll mode. Like, I think he's having a hilarious.
When you're an old man, you have no filter.
Yeah, 100%. And you also think that your way is the only way that's right.
That's right. And it doesn't evolve. So you're shitting on Dak for being – he goes, we gave a guy 90 million, 60 million guaranteed last year. What happened two-thirds, third season? Guy fucking lays an egg and he gets hurt. The other guy, just because we signed him doesn't mean we'll have him. I'm going like, well done. Way to Pearl Harbor your season before it even ticks off. Way to go, man. Like you said, if you're in – wait till Mark Holmes gets his fat ass in here, man. I can't wait for that. Hey, bro.
Donut Davis has now become the Donut Royale. How about that? Or don't look, their streets are calling him Donut Dan.
Hey, you're right. At 60 years old, all good.
I'm calling him Diamond Dallas.
When I'm 26, I was built like a mother.
I'm gonna tie a bonus to Sileo losing 50.
Don't do that.
He'll be in the gym. He'll be in the gym all day.
I don't want to.
He'll be on a walking treadmill during this show.
Bro, hey, at the end of the day, I choose to be like this.
Wait, my mom has that at her work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wins it every year too. Find it the fitness incentive. So her boss, she works at Fred Beans, is a huge car dealer in the area. Fred Beans that's the actual guy. He's 88 years old. He still works morning, noon, and night every single day. 6 days a week. He is the most hardworking dude, but he's very old school, and he don't like fat people at his office. He doesn't like fat people working for him. So he has incentives on working out for their employee. I thought that was interesting. Silio's like, I'm putting my head down. If this fucker ties any of my dollars,
I'm having
get on the treadmill. I will fly my ass to Philly and beat him to a pulp.
Hey, I'm fucking having a cheeseburger right after this, bitch. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit about that. Hold on. I got another one.
I love you. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live till you're 105 years old.
I'm good. I still haven't opened up the damn DDP thing yet. So I don't know.
I know you haven't. I'm calling.
So wait a minute. In Norway, people are concerned about Keely Ringo after day one. In Norway, there's a dude in Dubai going, hey.
That's because we're a worldwide team. Jalen's the face of Jordan. The Eagles have become the face of the NFL. I mean, everything is working for Philly. So people in Norway and Bangladesh, like you were saying, everybody everywhere wants to know what's going on inside the city of brotherly love.
Am I going to have a fucking spectacular year? It's already out to a banging start. This thing's good. I got A.J. Brown going.
All-Pro Coop. Big Sil's bold predictions. How you doing? Hey, I'm not worried about Keely Ringo on July 23rd. I was worried about him in March. I mean, I'm not worried about him right now. By the way, make sure all you lunatics check out Birds 365 because right after the program, John's going to have – I want to know a little bit more about the pup list for Dean. Like, are they thinking he might be during the middle of camp, towards the end of camp, maybe like in 10 days? What's the – because if he gets to the 53 selection and he don't make it, he's out 4 weeks. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair.
How big a loss is he going to be?
Wow.
Because you don't have Warren Burks now.
It depends. I mean, if Jahad Campbell's, comes out of these gates racing, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal at all.
How much are you playing him in the preseason?
Campbell? Well, that all depends on the health. I mean, if there's any risk of re-injury, if there's any risk of delaying the timetable for the regular season, and I mean a 1% chance, I'm not playing him. I'm just not. Look at Cooper last year, right? I mean, imagine if we judged Cooper DeJean by the first 6 weeks. He didn't play. It's like, and now look, we're all talking about APC All-Pro Coop. Like, you got to give him a little time, but I do think he's going to be ready pretty quick.
You think that Jalen, when he's at the mic, you think he's too guarded?
No, I don't think that's a bad thing.
By the way,
I work in media. I understand.
Yeah, he holds his cards to his vest.
Man, listen, like I said, we work in this business. So it's one of the first things you told me in this business that the more time I spend in this business, the more true that these sentiments have become over the years, especially with all the changes we've had at JAKIB. This is a great business with a lot of shitty fucking people in it.
Absolutely, man.
And that is a hard truth about what we do. There's the reason I like Sil so much. People are, how do you listen to him bash our Eagles? And I'm like, yeah, I can deal with that. I don't want to work with a shitty dude. I don't want to work with shitty people. And so I'm just saying, being in this business, I could understand why an athlete, a player, a guy like Jalen would say, yeah, I'm not going to make friends with any of you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like, I'm going to keep it here. And I understand that.
That's right.
I got no problem with it.
Actually, it's pretty smart. He keeps people at arm's length.
Right.
And you know what he does, right? So you probably think that's probably the smart way to go, right?
I do. I
agree with you. I agree.
The funniest part about this is it's contrary to what would be good for my business. So, I'm being honest. I do think it's good for him as a player and for the team to keep it close the way he does. And I do think also part of that is based on, what he's experienced in his career, where you've had all the pundits and all the people talking about him and all those different things. And I think there's things that he likes about it and there's things that he uses, but it's also a subtle reminder basically every single day to, be where my feet are. I don't need to make buddy with anybody. I don't need to go on podcast. I'll go to Greece with Michael Jordan.
Me too.
I'll have a banging wedding in Napa Valley or wherever the hell it was. I'm not going to get buddy on a podcast. I'm not going on. Like, the only podcast I think I've ever seen Hurts do was Kelsey's. That's it.
Yes. I can't think
I've never seen another show.
No. I've never. That's a great point.
Remember, you got Slay as a podcast. You got Cooper and Cooper started one this offseason. They had Bond on, Nolan Smith on. Like,
did he ever do that one with Channing Crowder?
No. The pivot. He never did that. Pivot? No, he's never been on that. I'm just saying, like, he definitely keeps it close to the vest. And media, by the way, the funniest part about it is media is Jalen, who isn't opportunistic, which he should be, by the way. I mean, he's you got to make money on his name and maximize his earnings while he can. Media has become a very, very, very big avenue for athletes to make money. Look at the amount of companies now that go to the players to give podcasts. Look at Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce might be making more in media now. In fact, he is than he was in the final 5 years of his career.
Yes.
So this is a big addition to some of these guys, and Hurts has totally opted to weed it out. I want nothing to do with it. And I think it's during his playing days, I think it's the right move. I do think one day in his career he will open up to it a little bit more.
Like Brady has.
Like Brady has. Like, remember Saban? Saban used to fucking hate the media, and now he's in it.
Yeah,
I do think it's a good avenue. I think he's a pretty polished dude, so I think he would do well in it if he did go into it. But I like what he does right now with it.
How about this? I'm going to start a new segment on the program every day. I'm going to start it, and it's called Who Won the Day? Who won the day today?
Jahad Campbell. Easy.
Jahad Campbell.
Campbell won the day today. And another guy I'd give a win to today, and I think you'll actually agree with this, Nick Sirianni. I'll give Nick Sirianni a win today because I noticed what you noticed. That was a little bit of a different dude at the podium.
Oh, I mean, they asked him more questions.
They're asking him more questions. I mean, that was a little bit of a different dude, and I think that's a good thing for a coach to be able to step into that confidence. And you don't want it to be a negative, but I think overall right now it's a good thing. So, and then one other winner, I think Jalen's a winner. I think Jalen is a winner today with his comments and some of the things that he had to say. And I think I give Jalen a win, not for being 14 to 15 or whatever he was. I don't care about that shit. I'm talking about when Jordan Mailata shows up and he sounds like Jalen Hurts. When A.J. Brown shows up and he sounds like Jalen Hurts, now you know without a shadow of a doubt that quarterback has got the locker room on his side. With all the best players on the team, they're buying into what he's selling, and that's a good thing.
Let me tell you, my guy, that I'm going to pick one that was my who won the day. The guy who won the day for me.
I know it.
Was A.J. Brown.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know it.
Bro, he is the most important person on the football field for the Philadelphia Eagles. You are 43-9 when he and Hurts are together. Okay?
I don't think he's more important than Hurts, but I do agree he's very
okay. Well, wait. When he's not on the field, you ain't winning dick.
When we lost one game after week 4 last year, it was the game Jalen.
And I will make this point to you. You are not a 2,000-yard rusher without A.J. Brown on the field.
Well, that I agree with. He's opening up so many things.
He's the greatest player you've ever had at that position. And I got to tell you, without that guy on the football field, and when he said this today, now I'm going to hold him to this. July 23rd. Let me get my little, because I got receipts now too, because I'm holding all you motherfuckers. All right. So
oh my goodness, Sills.
July 23rd. AJ said, I got to work on being a better teammate. And so when he said that, I'm going to take him at face value for that. I thought that was the greatest comment I've ever heard him say since he's been in Philly.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that, dog.
Yeah.
I really am. That won the day that gave me the essence of this. We're going to do that every day. That gave me the essence for this. Who won the day for the Eagles? He did, man. He won the day for me there.
I like that. I'm going to use that as well. The who won the day. It's a good.
Yeah, who won the day?
I think that's a good thing. I could get John to give me somebody who won the day each day. I can't.
Yeah,
good. I'm going to take that from you if you don't mind.
Good. Of course. Listen, listen, man. I like that shit.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah. Hey, I like that, man. Hey, by the way, hey, douchebag Steve, I like Krellers if you want to send them. How you doing? All good. Krellers.
Sassy, sensitive Sills.
Sassy, sensitive. Hey, dude, really?
McCord.
I got dudes around the corner that are fucking waiting, fucking give me shit. You think that I can sensitive?
Look at Philly. J-Mac is going to say nobody. It's practice. You can't win the day at practice. It's just practice. All right. Calm down, Johnny Mac. Just making some content, John. All right.
Hey, you dude, it was a good day for you guys, man. Except for Keely getting his ass kicked in the open. What's his name? Terrence Mathis? Who fucking took
Terrence Marshall?
Terrence Marshall.
You hear what AJ said about him, too?
Tell me.
He's going to make the wide receiver room uncomfortable, he said, and that's a good thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Terrace Marshall was a first-round pick. I believe he played his college ball at
North Carolina?
Shit. Was it Georgia?
Oh,
No, LSU. LSU. I knew it was
LSU.
SEC.
He's an SEC guy. Okay, I
SEC,
thought I
yeah.
heard that.
LSU. And he was a second rounder.
No,
But
that's a great pick.
Panthers in 21. LSU. Thanks, guys.
Holy shit. He was a 2 pick?
Yeah. He's 25 years old. So I actually think he's got to change. 6'2", 200 pounds.
Where did he come from? Did he come? Was that a Carolina kid?
Yeah, Carolina. Yeah. Carolina didn't work out in Carolina, which I mean, shit. Is that really a time to write off somebody's career?
No.
If they don't work out in Carolina. I mean,
wow. He said that guy's going to make the room uncomfortable.
Yep. So here's the exact quote. He's going to make the wide receiver room very uncomfortable. That was A.J. Brown today. And that's a great thing.
I'll say. Let's get to the supers, man. Guys.
Look at Leon. Let's get to this. Yeah, Leon. Sit back. Kick your feet up. Get a little spin drift seltzer here if you like that. Maybe pour yourself a drink. I don't know. Light up a joint. Whatever it is you want to do. Kick your feet up and relax, big guy.
Yeah, wait. He's the guy that started some shit in here today.
I know he did. I love Leon because he loves stirring the fucking pot, my guy Leon. All right, here we go. Look, this is why you said get to the supers, because he's the first one. He says, bro, fucking Norway. Also, be nice to Mark. He has made 16 videos the last 3 days about Parsons. Can't blame Mark for being mad, but fucking Norway. Oh, man. God. I watched all 16 of Mark's videos, and you all should too. Mark Holmes' YouTube channel. JAKIB Sports.
Mark, I love that dude, man. I do.
I do too. He's got great content.
Do, man.
I like good content creators. Kyle Kokorski says Jalen Carter's going to destroy Booker T. Washington. Kyle, I better never hear Donut Davis from you again. I don't want to hear it ever again, Kyle.
Hey, he came in 200. He must wait a minute. Since he got here, he was 248.
Here's B. Fleming. What up, Fleming? Member for 9 months. Thank you, guys. By the way,
this guy's lost over 56 pounds since he's been here.
Is that too much? No, 330, right?
No, he was 348 when he ran that 4.78.
No. He was 330, I thought.
338? Oh, okay. All right.
Or 32, but I got to have to look. B. Fleming, thank you, bro. Member for 9 months. So reminder to everybody, for all of our great YouTube members who are members on our channel, we do giveaways all through the year. I spoke with my guy recently, so I'm going to be re-upping on the jerseys. We're going to do some Jerome Browns again for your show. We're going to do Jalen's, Saquon's, A.J. Brown's, Lane's, Jalen Carter's, Zach Bond's, a bunch of them. So lock in, everybody. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways this season, so get your memberships back in, and appreciate you, Fleming, for being a member for 9 months. He says, I'd push Coop to the outside and trash Ringo or stash Ringo or Adoree in the nickel. Oh, no. Trash Ringo or Adoree in the nickel. Roll with Makuba and Reed. Based on the inevitable need at edge, I push Campbell down and go trot until Dean's back. Stills, can I get a Jahan Dotson? That's actually not a bad move.
Listen, they're going to put, in my opinion, they're going Campbell in the middle. And Xander, as much as John didn't want to face the facts on draft day, they drafted Campbell to replace Dean.
Or they drafted him to get after the quarterback.
Okay, well, the way Vic's talked, though, man, he was starting him inside, not outside.
Yeah, but you remember what Howie said the day he drafted him? He didn't name names, but he said the 2 Penn State players, Micah Parsons and Abdul Carter. So these are 2 guys who started at linebacker and moved to edge rusher and have dominated. I mean, Micah Parsons, say what you want about him, but he is an all-pro. He's an unreal football player. If you can have even close to that with Campbell, you're looking at a pretty setup.
Okay, so if you're taking Mulata by word and you think that Nolan's going to be good, you're taking Nolan and them off the field and putting Campbell in there?
That's fair. That's where I think you're going to see some of the Vic Fangio using him in different packages. That's why I mentioned the NASCAR package. If they can use Campbell like a Van Ginkel with keeping the other 2 guys on the field, you're going to have a lethal pass rush on passing downs. So assuming, obviously, everybody pans out. Bob Fleming, thank you, bro. Twiz says, fucking write this down. 1-year deal. For who? Nakobe?
I think so. That's what he's talking. It would have to be.
I don't know. We'll see about it. I'm not sure, Twiz. I'm not sure.
I'm not there with that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, though, Twiz. We'll see. Riot says Tyreek Hill's the most overrated star receiver.
This is what I would do. I'd get Hill out of Miami because the teammates hate him.
Yeah, and I
I
don't
would
think
do a flip. I would do a flip with Hill going to Washington, and I would send McLaurin down to Miami because I'm not going into the season without.
I wouldn't
John
love that as an NFC East guy because look, it's it. Right, he's been overrated since he went down there to Miami, but nobody called him overrated when he was with Patrick Mahomes.
No,
sometimes your environment matters.
It does matter.
I think
so
Tyreek
you put Tyreek Hill in Washington with Jaden Daniels, and you send Terry McLaurin down there with Tua. That sounds kind of makes sense. Plus, you still have Tyreek Hill on 2 years left of his contract. You don't have to redo his deal. He's making $28 million right now. He's undervalued anyway.
Yeah. Marcus checks in. What's up, Marcus? Every NFC East team is walking into camp with drama except the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's true, man. We're going to hear from Mark about it with Micah and Jerry and all that bullshit. Paul Blome checking in with $20. Paul, thank you, sir. One of our very first jersey winners actually last year was Paul. Paul Sills, for those who don't know, Paul, if you could, use your member chat because I want to see this. Paul is our second longest standing member. On all of JAKIB. It's almost 40 months with Paul as a member.
Wow.
As a paying member on JAKIB. So, Paul, thank you,
Paul.
That's awesome. Still,
nice,
shout out to the Philly rings. You really think those other team rings with the flip-up toilet seat showing a Lego stadium are better? I'm 63. Get off my lawn.
Hey, Paul, I'm going to ask one word. So, do you eat cold dick? Because that's like a dessert there. Is it cold dick?
I don't want to talk about cold dick.
Oh, it's spotted dick. My bad.
My
bad. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
My bad. I'm sorry. It's spotted dick. It's all good.
Here's B. Preston. What up, Preston? He says Marshall was wide receiver 3 on that LSU champion team with Joe Burrow. Yeah, he was behind Jefferson and Chase. He was wide receiver 3. Actually, Sills,
You're fucking kidding me. He was on that team?
Dude, he had, I think he had like a lot of yards that year. Let me look.
Wow, he was the third dude in that room with the. Yeah. So he's an Ed O'Brien guy.
Yeah, he had 671 yards that year, 46 receptions with Jefferson and Chase
for a billion yards, right?
Yeah, all
Burrow, 5 touchdowns or something like that, right?
Here's B Pump. What up, B Pump? Sid Vicious is going to have all you haters with egg on your face. Xander, be ready to get Flamo Bay during the season. What the hell does that mean? I got smoke for everybody. Sid Vicious is not doing shit. Brian, of all the players to be excited about in Philly, Sidney Brown's like at the back of the list, dude. Like, I don't know what you're smoking. East Coast Rico. Yo, Z and Silo, give me your early season defensive player of the year for the league. Jalen Carter. I don't know if he would get it because of the splashiness.
I'm going to say Max Crosby.
I like that. I can live with that.
I'm going to say Max Crosby's going to do that.
I think Carter could be. I think he's got that upside, but I think the stat thing might hold him back.
Yeah.
Carter's never going to be a big stat guy. All right, let me get out of here. Let's get to this Royal Rumble.
Got you. Hey, Big Z, make sure you guys check it out because John's going to have a whole bunch of video. He's going to have a whole bunch of content. They're going to give you the latest on what the injury front looks like, and we'll be doing all that too. So those guys that flipped their show, Xander's going to be doing content in the morning and also at night for the next couple days as the schedules get changed around a bit. We appreciate everybody. Big Z, we will be looking in the morning for you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sills. Appreciate it, brother.
Great stuff, as always, by my boy, Big Z. Boy, I'll tell you something, man. I actually have been checking out my boy Mark Holmes' videos. Hold on, I need a swig of this shit. I got a deal for Mark. Before we bring him up, I got a deal for Mark Holmes. Mark, I'm gonna here. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna pray. Look at me. See, I'm praying to the gods of football. Dear God, I have one prayer. This is for Jerry Jones. If Jerry shuts his fucking mouth for an entire year, I will give the Cowboys a Super Bowl. Do you think it's possible that Jerry would take that deal? Answer? No fucking way. Say the gods of football. They would never take that deal. Okay. I don't know, man. He took a shit on his quarterback and his edge rusher. The Eagles today, hey, Mark, just for you, people from Norway, Finland, were calling this guy Toast Ringo. On day one, Philadelphia Eagle fans are already in this guy's ass already, calling him Toast Ringo. Camp is here. The Royal Rumble's here. By the way, Joy Taylor's tomorrow. She will be on the program at 4:30, and we will talk to her and get her thoughts. She's a huge Jalen Hurts fan. She actually likes Dak, too. Without further ado, one of my favorite segments of the week is here with our friends, Mark Holmes, the #1 Dallas Cowboy content creator, and also the champ. It is, without a doubt, Philly 500.
Hell yeah, it is.
Gentlemen,
I am wonderful. Wonderful.
why you look so fucking pissed off every time you come
You know
on?
what? I don't like it when people lie on me. Okay? Freaking Xander's up here making up shit. I did not do 16 videos of Micah Parsons.
18.
It was only 15. Get it right now. Don't lie. You know, I can't win. If I make videos about Dak Prescott, all you do is talk about Dak Prescott. Okay, well, Dak Prescott's in the news. Micah Parsons, okay? He's sitting there watching practice. What am I supposed to do? Well, let me talk about the third string guy that'll never see the fucking roster. Come on.
Hey, man. Hey, come on. Mark, you're supposed to – this is optimism time. Your first day in camp. You know, I mean –
I was hoping your prayer was something good. Something that was actually
Mark.
possible to happen. But
I
Jerry
can't even-
freaking Jones?
I can't even blame Mark. I can't even blame him. His owner, day one, blew that whole team up. They blew that whole season up, day one press conference.
that's a great take. Let me start there. Mark, I mean, dude, I'd be killing it too with this, man. You know, you tell me your takeaways. He takes a shit on the quarterback. Then he turns around and takes a shit on a guy.
Oh, he
That's
took
your
the shit
number
on
one edge
everybody.
rusher that you need. What do you make of that?
Okay, let's be clear. He took a shit on everybody, not just Dak.
He did.
He went back on Diggs and basically, doubled down about the fine for him.
He did.
Terrence Steele basically said, well, maybe we should have waited on Terrence Steele and Diggs' contract, okay? And even if we pay Micah, there's no guarantee that he's going to go. So I guess you're not going to pay anybody in the future? What I hope this is, and we'll know in the next few days if a deal is struck, that Jerry is basically needs to go out to pasture. And he's your crazy grandpa that you just let him grandstand and say the crazy shit, and we're going to actually go over here and do the real work. That's
So
the
no
hope.
filter on him right now. I mean, let me get your takeaway on the Cowboy drama. Philly, what do you make of that, man? I mean, before the season even starts, there's drama in Dallas already.
It's the sounds losers make. That's exactly how it's the sounds of losers. That's what happens when you can't win, when you choke, when your quarterback chokes and you're frustrated with him over the years. And then you have a defensive player that you got to pay big money to. There's a lot of frustration in Dallas. There's a lot of pointing the fingers, I think. Probably a lot of resentment behind the scenes. That team's they're walking off a cliff, man. It's over. It's a stick a fork in them. They're already done.
Mark,
that's how I see it.
Do you believe the Cowboys are leaderless?
As far as the front office, yes. But
why doesn't the players stand up and say something back to that fucking old man?
I believe Micah Parsons did. Basically, yesterday,
He
he basically said, you know what? Well, he's been saying this all along. Okay, I'm going to get mine. If you don't believe in my work, his attitude is
but
work
that
harder.
sounds so bad doing that in public.
It does. It sounds awful. But see, for some reason, the Dallas Cowboys are the most valuable franchise. And every single show that you have is talking about what? The Dallas Cowboys. They're not talking about the Commanders and Terry McLaurin, who's, that situation looks butt ugly. They're not talking about the Cincinnati Bengals where Trey Hendrickson isn't even in the same state. At least Mike is in town, but that is the thing everybody is talking about. And that's what Jerry likes. Okay, he wants you talking about us. Now, for all we know, this might be a wink, wink. Hey, Micah, let's play this shit up. You're going to get your money. You're going to get your money, but let's get the publicity.
What's the end game to that? I mean,
the end game is you're the richest franchise in the world, and everybody's talking about you every single day. It doesn't make sense to me. If you're winning Super Bowls in the Dallas Cowboys after 30 years, you're going to sell a lot of shirts and jerseys, and everybody will be talking about you finally getting another win.
I'm going to go to you now on this one, Philly. I asked a question yesterday about the fan base. How are you going to act this year? And you know what? Here's what we got today. People, when they saw Ringo getting beat by two dudes deep today, I got it on my X account. I've got it on I got people sending me direct messages. Get this fucking bum out of here. Trade him already. Don't you think this is going to be, again, you guys have put so much expectations on this team to repeat as champions. I mean, are you going to give it a little chance to breathe here? I mean, even me, I don't think Ringo's going to be, I think he'll be replaced by Adoree Jackson by week 4. But I said that in March. I'm not saying that after day 1. Okay, I'm not. Your fan base is. Well, you guys have expected so much. I mean,
no, I think there's two ways to look at it. Would you rather us sit there and hold our guys accountable and responsible, or would you rather us make excuses like the Cowboys make for Dak? Right? Going out there, throwing interceptions and doing this and choking the playoffs. It's okay. Everything's okay. At least we hold our guys responsible. Now, I think they're overblowing the Ringo thing too, because I heard it myself. I think there's no need to panic with Ringo. It's day 1 of practice, but at least our guys are held accountable, held responsible. They have standards to live up to. I'm proud of that, Sills. I'm proud of that.
Okay. Well, then maybe I ask you this, Mark. Do you think Dak, one of the mistakes that he's made in his career is not being vocal enough?
Dak has always been the guy who rides on the fence and takes the company line.
Boy,
he always has been.
For a quarterback, that's a pretty tough place to be when you're making $60 million a year.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that is what it is. Now, we can go ahead and look where the real problems are here. Whether he's vocal or not, it still goes back to Jerry freaking Jones. You literally have a player in Micah Parsons who has done everything possible. Everybody else that hasn't got their contract, they're holding out. They're not showing up for OTAs. Now, he's holding in right now, but he's there. And he's basically said flat out, I want to be a Dallas Cowboy. I don't understand why this hasn't been done. He's literally said, I don't have to be the highest paid. And you still have this jackass. That's right. I said Jerry Jones is a jackass who is in there basically saying I shouldn't have paid anybody. Okay. All right. You're a freaking idiot. You sound like a dementia old man. You sound like Al Davis in the end here, that you should not be running an organization. And if he is, the Cowboys got no hope.
This is so beautiful.
Hey, all right, Philly.
I'm loving this. It's so beautiful. Dallas in drama. Dallas fighting. Jerry Jones throwing everybody, and we're not even
Now to be clear, on the field, things are actually looking pretty good. Because you got guys like Sam
I saw
Williams.
that interception Dak threw. It was beautiful.
Oh, okay. That's one interception.
Beautiful.
How do we know it's not a misread? Okay, so your guy never throws any interception. Okay.
Look at him, Sills. He's getting all worked up over interception.
I guarantee you your guy's throwing some in practice too there, buddy.
I'm not worried about it.
It's going to be sweet when my Dallas Cowboys beat your ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
you better wheel out that running
here already.
You think 16 videos of Micah Parsons? I'm going to go for the record, okay? I'm going to be like that chick over in wherever it was who was sleeping with 1,000 guys. I'm going for 1,000 videos in a day.
I'm sure you will.
If the Cowboys win, I'm going to go for the record.
He's gonna get copyright strike.
If you win that game, Mark, you're gonna be so unfucking bearable. It'll be the greatest thing in the history of the Cowboys
If
It
that
might
thing,
break the internet.
if that start, oh, it will break the internet. If you beat the Eagles in the opener, because the Eagles really have been a Timu football team in the offseason here when it comes to the players they've added, and they didn't add enough people, and that corner turns out to be an issue, and that safety turns out to be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me go here now.
Yeah.
So
And
your
what if
boy-
you win the lottery?
Well, again, we'll find out here, man,
We'll
because
find
those
out.
guys have never played. I don't know now.
I might win the Mega Millions tonight. We never
Me
know.
too.
You know?
Right. That's as good a chance as those guys panning out. Here, let me go here. Let me ask you this, Philly. Oh, Dallas. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, Philly.
Yo.
Your boy shows up at 292. Holy cow. Congratulations for not robbing a bank. He did what he was told to do after 4 years.
What do you want him to do? What are we supposed to say? What are we supposed to say?
You're supposed to praise him for doing his job?
Say good. He's in shape. Good. Let's go. I'm happy about it. It's great. But you know what? He came on last year in the playoffs. I ain't worried about it. I feel good about Jordan Davis.
Okay, so you think he has a breakout year because he ain't a 3-down player. He's a 2-down player.
I think he has a breakout year.
Okay. All right. Now, how about you? Mozzie Smith. Is this the year?
Well, interesting thing is Brian Schottenheimer says he looks great. He's lost more weight again, and they're looking at playing him not just at the 1, but also at 3. And what they're basically talking about they want him to be able to do is get upfield, which to me is completely opposite of what the guy did in college. We all know he was a run stopper. You know, he was literally the turd in the toilet to clog up the middle. But they're trying. He's pretty quick. Well, they're trying to make him a 3 technique, which I think means Jay Tola, the rookie. They're looking at probably playing a lot of 1 technique as well.
Okay. How about you, Philly? How about this one? John Campbell showed up to camp, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
Where you playing him?
Well, that's a great question. I think they're going to play him in that Nakobe Dean position, I would assume. But I also think they're going to explore with rushing him as a pass rusher too. So I think we're gonna see them feel him out a little bit. But you know, he's much bigger than I thought. Yeah. Like watching him on the field today, he's much bigger than I thought. But the fact that he's ready to go, man, I think that's the theme for today, ahead of schedule, because he's definitely ahead of schedule. We were thinking we wouldn't see him for the first few weeks.
Yeah.
So I would say that linebacker spot, Sills, I think we got a very interesting situation developing there, because I think Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is, you know, he gets a chance early to try to show something. I think he could play. I think when Nakobe Dean comes back, you know, will he be able to take that spot from Jahad Campbell? I don't know, but I think you're going to have 3 guys there that are going to be fighting for that spot.
I threw this out as a rotation potential. You put Trotter and Dean in the middle when he comes back, and you put Bond and Campbell at the edge rushers. I'm not talking about as starters. I'm talking rotation pieces. If that Ojulari and Uche don't work out,
but you know who's working out though, right?
What?
You know who's going to work out though, don't you?
Who's
my
that?
man, Jalyx Hunt.
Boy,
Jalyx Hunt is a monster.
He is
monster.
He has come on like a psycho, man. Here. How about you, Mark? Is there a breakout Cowboy you're looking at this year?
A breakout Cowboy?
Breakout Cowboy.
I tell you, actually, somebody who's shut up. You know, why do I do this? Why am I here?
No,
seriously, why am I here?
How upset he
Nobody gives a rat's ass about what I think or what I say.
No.
Okay? And seriously, am I just here for Eagle fans to clown on?
He gets so mad just because I mentioned Dak's name.
No.
All I have to do is mention the name Dak Prescott, and it's tirade.
Oh, Lordy. Surprising.
Mark, you see, when you tie yourself to the Dallas, hey, Mark, I never asked you this. How'd you become a Cowboy fan?
My dad, rest his
soul. Your dad, okay.
My dad was a Cowboy fan, and as a little kid, I always looked up to my dad. And when I'm still snotty-nosed little kid sitting on the couch, looking up at my dad, the man I always wanted to be, he was always cheering for the Cowboys.
Huh.
And
Okay.
that's how I follow. Even though I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area where all my uncles and cousins and all that were Redskin fans, my dad was that diehard Dallas one, and I wanted to be just like him.
Philly, how'd you become it? Go ahead,
I was
finish,
born-
please.
I
I'm
was-
sorry. Finish, Mark.
Oh no, I always wanted to be like my dad, and I had hoped that he would see one more Super Bowl, but unfortunately he passed away back in March without seeing another one.
Ah, man. How about you, Philly? How'd you become an Eagle fan?
Born in it. I was born there. Family grew up, is all from there. Just passed down, man. Just born into it.
You know, that's the one thing I've learned, Mark, about the Eagle fans. And I really do believe this. That fan base, man, it's not like their fathers, and like you just said about you in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
but the majority of that fan base is like their grandfathers, their dads, their fucking cousins, their great grandfathers. They've been rooting for that team their entire life. You know, they've got stories from the vet to the Lincoln Financial. I mean,
Franklin Field.
It's generational, man. That's one thing about that fan base. And by the way, for your fan base has been a global fan base, but it's also, again, a fan base that has spread out. But the last 30 years has been a rough one for them.
You know, there's diehard Cowboy fans that actually know the Dallas Cowboys. I put myself in that category. Then there's just ones that are fashionable Cowboy fans that don't really have knowledge on the team or the players or anything else. They're just going with the flow.
I got a question mark for Philly here. So this goes on Kevin Patullo. So, you know, I may have asked you a variation of this question before, but explain this to me. Well, first though, you feel good about the hire, right?
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because of what I think they're going to ask him to do. Yeah.
Okay. So then explain this to me. He's been there since Sirianni's been there.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Johnson got fired.
Yeah.
They passed Kevin Patullo over for Brian Johnson. Then, after they fired Brian Johnson, they went out of the building to get Kellen Moore, who had been fired twice from Dallas and the Chargers, and they went out of the building and passed him over again.
Right.
Why is it now that this guy is ready to be the coordinator when he was passed over twice to become the offensive coordinator?
Well, I don't know why essentially he was passed over. I mean, he was working really close with Nick Sirianni, so he's really close with Nick. I think Nick thought highly of him the whole time. But I think right now, the way I see it is I think Jalen Hurts is essentially your offensive coordinator now. He's had so many different systems since college. He's pretty much seen it all. I think that with the fact that you know what the Eagles are going to do, I don't think, they're not asking him to come in and have some elaborate passing game. You know what the Eagles are going to do. You know what they're about, and it's just a matter of stopping them. So I think because of those things, I don't think it's such a risk to go with him. I think he'll be okay, That's why I think it's not going to be an issue.
Do you think that Schottenheimer is going to be, in your opinion, Mark, do you think he'll be the best offensive coordinator that Dak Prescott has had since he's been a starting quarterback in Dallas?
I actually think I really do believe this, because here's the thing that you're going to see, and he's already talking about it, okay, as opposed to being the static offense that Jason Garrett had, that we basically had back in the 90s when we had everybody. He's talking about, more motion. We're talking about pistol offense. He is going to do a lot more things to make the offense better for the quarterback, to disguise what they're doing. Too many times with Mike McCarthy, because he had Dak Prescott, we're just going to throw the football. We're just going to be in here. We're going to line up one-on-one, and we're just going to throw the football. And you need to have advantages by basically leaving doubt in the defensive mind of what you're doing. And I'm going to say that right now your tight ends are actually looking really good. It's still early. You don't have pads on, so it's hard to tell anything. But Jake Ferguson is getting a lot of work, and Schoonmaker is actually, for the first time, looking like a legitimate tight end. And if those things do happen for us, that is going to bode well for this offense. And I think this offense is going to be very explosive.
I'm going to ask both of you a question here about Dak. I'm going to ask you first, Philly.
Oh, boy.
Who would you take?
Close your ears, Mark. Earmuffs.
Who would you take if you had to win a football game? Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott?
Oh, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Hey, Mark, I mean, I don't even have to Mark, don't come on, man.
To me, they're the same guy. And I know, I mean, they're pretty much the same exact guy.
He's getting a
So
whistle.
if I'm going to piss Mark off, I just say Dak. I mean, I'll just say Kirk Cousins.
And Philly goes, hey, I'll take fucking Quincy Carter over Dak.
See, this shit isn't even credible anymore. Okay, this is just, let's just beat down Mark Holmes. Okay, that's all this show is now.
I didn't say anything.
No.
Come on,
Mark,
bro.
Do you think it's because
Screw you, Philly?
The worst thing ever happened to Cowboy fans wasn't that like another team in the league won. It was the problem that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Well, wait a second. Why is Kirk Cousins such a bad pick over Dak?
He's a really good football player.
I don't understand. It's not like
I can't play in prime time.
Dude, where you been the last 10 years? That's Dak Prescott, Mark. I can't play. I mean, that's literally what we talk about with Dak. It's no difference. They're the same guy. Cousins and him are the same guy.
Mark, do you have a problem with him calling him Kirk Cousins?
You know, my problem isn't him calling him Kirk Cousins. My problem is being on this stupid ass show. That's my problem. Is showing up here for this stupid shit. Okay?
Wait. Do you understand?
I got Xander saying I'm making 16 videos about
so
Micah
mad
Parsons
about what?
Shit like that. You got him saying you'll take Kirk Cousins, over him and shit. Okay, why don't you say? What would you? Who are you gonna take? Dak Prescott or Trey Lance?
Oh, I take Dak Prescott.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised because we know how you are.
Well, Trey Lance is terrible. He's out of the league.
Trey Lance stinks.
Hey, Mark, do you understand what your owner? Look at your puss.
Mark is mad at Jerry Jones and he's taking it out on me.
You're damn right. I'm pissed off.
He's taking it out on me.
Yeah,
I'm taking it out on you. Listen, I've been just like sitting here, minding my own business, just being kind. Ain't said nothing bad about the Eagles or anything like that. Okay, I'm just sitting here and I'm just taking body blow left and right and all that about my quarterback, my team, and everything.
But Mark,
just ask the question. Answer question.
Mark, but Jerry is making self-inflicted wounds on your team.
You think? He's been doing this for 30 years. From the time he fired Jimmy Johnson, it's all been about Jerry freaking Jones. That's it. He doesn't give a rat's ass about winning.
How much damage do you think he's done to this season already?
Depending on how long this thing goes, because here's what you have to look at.
If they get the contract signed.
Yeah, then it's water on the dam. Remember how Myles Garrett was at the beginning of the offseason? Yeah. Screw this. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm going to someplace that's going to win a Super Bowl. Well, here's $40 million for you. Hey, how you doing? I'm the Cleveland Browns, right? Money talks, BS walks.
Really? You're too much in a comfort zone right now. I mean,
he's going to be coming back down to earth, though, because we're going to be seeing the return of the Mac, and that is Philly 500 meltdowns.
Do you think the Eagles have Hey, do you think the Eagles have a step back this year?
Well, I do think that if we're being legitimate, I mean, you lost what, 4 or 5 guys.
Well, so 5 starters on defense.
I think it takes time to kind of get through that. I think by the end of the year they'll be fine, but I think defensively I could see it taking a little bit of while to kind of figure some things out at that corner spot, the safety spot. So I think we got to be a little bit patient,
You don't have
Mark-
time to be patient with the way that schedule starts out.
But here's the thing I'll say though. See, this is where it comes down to me. At the end of the day, I just don't think the league is built to beat the Eagles and the style of football that they play. I think teams are not built to beat the run. I think the Eagles with that run game, with that offensive line, I think they're just going to wear teams down. I do. And I think that's going to be a problem.
Well, I would make this point to you that, that schedule that the Cowboys have getting out. I mean, Mark, if you look at your schedule getting out of the gate here, man,
after the Eagles,
you're look pretty. You got the Rams in week 1, you got the Ravens in week 2, you got an improved Falcons team, and then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. Wait a minute, excuse me. You got the Eagles, the Giants.
Eagles to start,
yeah, Eagles to start. Then you got the week off with the Giants, the improved Bears football team that's going to be in Chicago. Then you got the Packers. Then you got another one with the Jets. What are you looking at by week 5? You think your record is going to be what?
Actually, the worst case 3-2, but I think 4-1. And what we really need to be by week 10 is really 7-3 because we've got that really tough part. The thing that is good for the Cowboys is that we do have the softer part of our schedule early on, and that gives us time to learn the new system, hopefully get some confidence, and then maybe we get Overshown back about mid-season. Saquon Rebel hopefully will get his legs underneath him, and you got Diggs that'll be hopefully ready to go. So you're kind of getting reinforcements as you get ready to go through that rough stretch.
Couple last ones here for you. Philly, what are you looking at after the first 4? By the way, I think that Denver team, too, that you have in week 5, I think Denver has a shot to be the number 1 defense in the National Football League this year. I think that defense could be pretty good. I don't really know what they have offensively, but, you start off with the Cowboys, obviously. Then second week, you got Chiefs. Then you've got the Rams. Then you've got the Bucks. Then you got the Broncos.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good football teams right there, right in a row.
It
5
is.
weeks of the season.
Yeah, it is. I think that I got the Eagles about 4-1. I think that the Chiefs game is going to be a tough game. I think the Chiefs are going to be up big for that in Kansas City. So I think about 4-1. The Rams got to prove that they can stop the run. Until they do that, I'm not going to pick them against the Eagles. And then going into Tampa should be interesting because we have struggled against them before. But I feel like, we're a little bit different of team. Hopefully we'll be healthy. And it'll be a different game. But I'm really kind of getting sick and tired of going to Tampa every year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't get that either. It's 2 years in a row you're going. It's not it's not away and home. But what I don't understand, though, Billy, so you believe that Keely Ringo is going to be an adequate replacement for Slay. You think Makuba's going to be an adequate replacement for C.J. Gardner, who had 12 interceptions and 2 times he was here. You believe that Trotter's going to step in for Dean and Burks and be no drop-off. You believe that you're going to see Sweat and Milton replaced easily, right?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I think that the cornerback
even those guys have never started. Those guys have never started it down.
I've seen enough from Jalyx Hunt and Nolan Smith. I've seen enough from those guys last year in the playoffs of Jomo that I believe those guys will be able to handle it fine. I think that the cornerback question is a fair question and the safety. Although I trust the coaching staff to get that safety spot figured out. Whether Makumba could do it or Sidney Brown wins the job, I think we'll be fine there. But I do think there are legitimate questions. The defensive line, though, I feel really good about.
What's your biggest concern heading into camp, Mark, with your team? What's the biggest concern?
Defensive line and D-line. My left tackle.
Wow. The things that the Eagles are the strongest at. I made this comment to you. Hey, Philly, do me a favor. Name me another tandem at any position in football that's better than Mulata and Lane Johnson. I'm talking receivers, linebackers. Name me another position in the league that has a better tandem.
I don't think I can.
I'll even give you receivers.
I don't think I can. I would take those guys above pretty much everybody. 2 tackles? No.
Think about this, Mark.
That guy was the highest graded football player in the National Football League last year, Mulata, according to PFF. And Lane's a first ballot. It's still playing great at 35.
You just enjoy rubbing it in my face.
Yeah. And
You guys in the spotted dick.
And you got Turnstile Guyton. You got Turnstile Guyton. I'm looking forward to that guy this year, man.
I can't wait to see the Dallas running game. That's going to be fun.
Who's the running back this year, Mark?
So far, Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders are getting the lion's share so far through 2 days.
So Miles Sanders is going to be your running back.
Maybe. Javonte Williams seems like he's gotten a little bit more than Sanders. But again, it's still, you don't really know until you get the pads on what the running backs look like.
So
That's
you got to win in the opener, and Philly's got a blowout in the opener. Is that what we're saying, Philly?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to call it a blowout, 34-17 will be good enough. I'd rather it be like 72-13, but I'll take 34-17. I think that's about right.
And what do you got, Mark? What was that again? What 28-24?
I think I said 31-17 myself, I think.
31-17.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell?
All right.
I get clowned at anyway, so what the hell?
That Dez has Hurts in the top 5.
Dez is smart.
Okay. Oh, he's smart now. Okay.
Smart.
That's something good about the Eagles.
I always
He's smart.
knew that. I always knew that guy was smart.
Hey, Mark, who's a better?
Knew he was smart.
Mark, who's a better receiver, Dez or CD?
CD.
Woo! Wow, really? You think CD's a better receiver?
CD is a better route runner. Dez was a good physical wide receiver that, basically you could throw it up and he would catch it some of the time. He was kind of 50-50.
You think AJ's better than Dez?
Yes.
Okay.
AJ is a really good receiver. AJ is the key to everything on your offense.
I agree. I think you want to hear a record? They're 43 and they're like 43-6. I said 9 earlier. 43-6 with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts starting together.
Great.
Think about that. They're 43-6 since those guys have been together on the field.
Great move by the Eagles.
No doubt, man. Tennessee didn't know shit. Mark, tell folks how they can find. And by the way, what's on the docket today? What's? I mean, you have one more. According to
Micah Parsons, of course.
More video to go.
Of course, I've got like 12 more Micah Parsons videos to do today. Okay, Micah Parsons on the sideline. I mean, basically watching the drills.
How the hell is that guy not signed? I'm sorry. I'm
not signing him.
You wouldn't extend him right now, really? You wouldn't have given him?
No.
I think that's crazy.
I'll tell you why.
Trade him?
Watch this. Okay. Well, let me ask you something, Philly. The Dallas Cowboys give him $40 million a year. Mark, you chime in too. If you give Micah Parsons $40 million, and that team, which I think is going to struggle to win 9 ball games this year because of what Mark just said, both their lines and the run game. Okay. And those teams that does not make the playoffs, you're going to pay with 3 guys. You're going to pay $138 million in 3 guys.
Yeah, but you know what? Hold on. Let's back up here.
If you're serious about
winning, let's back up here first. See, this is a misnomer. Now, hold on. Just let me explain something to you. Because it's a misnomer. Yes, CeeDee Lamb is $34 million a year, but his cap number is only $15 million. His cap number is less than AJ Brown. He's 11th on his cap number this year.
Okay, well then explain to me if it's not a cap issue why you're not fucking filling more holes free agency wise.
Because we got Jerry freaking Jones, man. Okay, what the hell? We got Jerry Jones who's like, we're not paying anybody.
Okay,
it's look, Dan. Every problem points back to Jerry freaking Jones from the time he got rid of Jimmy Johnson. Everything
through that
goes
interception,
to that guy.
Jerry Jones.
The same guy says we're going all in and then doesn't do shit and says we're going to do more with less. How the hell do you think you're going to win with a guy that says we're going to do more with less? Nobody in the NFL has ever won shit doing more with less. You can't blame the players. It's Jerry Jones.
I'm not going to disagree with this, but I'll ask you this then. Okay? And I'll do it again. I'll ask you this one more time then. So if you think that Dak had the same talent that Hurts has,
Super Bowl. You don't even have to finish it. Super Bowl. Nobody is going to win with the way Jerry Jones does shit. Because you could have signed Micah Parsons when he literally said, I don't have to be the highest paid back in the beginning of this offseason for $35 million. You could have had another $7 million. That's the kind of money that you could have spent last year on getting a guy like Derrick Henry.
Kirk Cousins and on the Eagles.
Oh, shut up, Philly. Just shut up.
Kirk Cousins on the Eagles. If Kirk Cousins on the Eagles, does he win a Super Bowl?
I think they go far.
I don't.
You don't think so? Because
I mean,
Dak Prescott, same thing.
Oh,
shit.
Same thing. You know what?
With that old line,
done.
Kirk Cousins can throw the ball, dude. I don't think dude, Kirk Cousins has got like almost 50,000 passing yards. You're not really giving that guy a lot of credit.
But he's also had some really good receivers there in Minnesota. I mean, okay. I mean, he went from Diggs to Justin Jefferson. Okay. I mean, come on.
Poor Dak. Never had nothing. Poor Dak.
Wait a minute. Mark, before I get out of here, hold on. Let me
read between the lines, Philly. Read between those lines, okay? Kiss my high yellow ass.
Nice nails.
Hold on here.
I've been out working in the yard.
Hey, Mark, check it out. Kirk Cousins has 42,000 passing yards. He's got 288 touchdown passes and 126 INTs. He's got
about $300 million.
83 and 74. He's got a 500 record. Actually, get this. He's got better numbers.
See, look, this shit just froze.
You froze.
You froze.
Say that again.
Hey,
say that again.
He's got better numbers than Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, so when you say Kirk Cousins and you laugh, and Philly throws Kirk Cousins at you, and you go like, "What? He's got a better career than Stafford's got the Super Bowl, right? He had fucking Megatron in Detroit. What did he do with Megatron?
True.
He didn't do shit with him. Look at Philly, man. Philly, why do you hate Dak so much?
I don't hate Dak. I hate that Dak is not held accountable, like to the same standard that every other quarterback in the league is. That's my only argument with Dak.
One of these days, I'm gonna get my payback.
No, September 4th.
Look. I'm gonna get mine. Okay.
When Dak gets traded,
one of these days, Philly, I'm gonna get mine.
When Dak gets traded to the Raiders and then he goes to the Super Bowl, then you can say, I told you.
Mine, Philly. I'm gonna get mine.
Man. Hey, you guys are 1,000% awesome. I appreciate you guys. Philly 500. Make sure you check that spectacular channel out. Make sure you. Come on, man. I mean, look, you're a top creator with the Dallas Cowboys. In the city of Dallas, people look to you now, not that shitty old radio stations that they have in that city. They look to you, Mark, and your 16 Micah Parsons videos today.
15, damn it.
15, get it right. Guys, I appreciate you, man. I love both of you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
out, man.
Guys.
Man, you
Bye.
guys are fantastic. I fucking love these guys, man. See, Philly just sits back, though, and he just goes like this. Oh, by the way, I did forget to ask him about that dorky-ass ring thing with the fucking wings popping out, you know, with the inscription of Nick Sirianni or Socrates Sirianni. You're only as great as the people around you. The wing thing pops out like this. Really cheesy. That's like the cheesiest ring I've ever seen. The ring is cool. I'll take that back. But the wing thing, you know, the wing pops out and it's got an inscription like you're on the Statue of Liberty. And it keep the main thing the main thing. keep the main thing the main thing. Yes, sir. The Cowboys have drama. The Eagles are talking about not using the word. Hey, wait a minute. Let me say this to you guys. What's wrong with embracing repeating as champions? What's wrong with embracing it? Why are you so afraid of the word repeat? I thought the Eagles weren't afraid of anybody. Why are you afraid of the word repeat? I don't want to say the word repeat because, that's not what you're so afraid of repeat. Don't use the word repeat. Nobody wants to use the word repeat. You guys are afraid of the word repeat. Don't use the word repeat. Please don't use it. Use the word reset. All right. You must be afraid of the word repeat. Takes the pressure off. What? You guys gave Ringo a shitload of pressure today. You guys are afraid of the word repeat. Wow, since when are the Philadelphia Eagles afraid of anything? Here, let me tweet that out. So the Eagles, I'm going to tweet that out here. Hang on. Let me see about Ringo. Let's see here. So the Eagles are afraid of the word repeat. Big Sills found out today. That's what Big Sills found out today. Hey, wait, I got to do this on my, because we're live on X here. So let me do that on my X thing here. Hang on for a second. There it is right there. Big Sills. So I found out today. Big Sills found out today. Big Sills found out today. That the Eagles are afraid. The Eagles are afraid of the word repeat. And they have to come up with a dorky word like reset. There we go. Put a little JAKIB in there. Just to put a little fire on it. Bang. There you go. So we put that in there. Okay? I'm afraid of the word repeat. I like the word reset. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. It's okay to be afraid of shit. It's all right. Main thing, the main thing. I get it. I like that saying too. Keep the main thing the main thing. All right. It's not fake news. Okay, you guys are afraid of the word repeat. Still sounds like he on repeat when he's typing. I don't know what that means. Who's afraid? You guys are. You said it. You don't want to use the word repeat. They don't want to use the word in the building. Nick is banishing the word repeat. He banished it today. Okay? Banished it. Hey, homeboy, I've worked my entire ass off being where I am. When you own records across the country, when it comes to being in the weight room, then you come call me. I own records around the country that will never be touched in the history of football. Never. That still stand to this day 40 years ago. How you doing? And I got receipts to prove it. 40 years, nobody's afraid but you. You're shaking in your boots, says Dick Reyes. That's his new name, Dick Reyes. How you doing? Hey, do me a favor. What's up with this YouTube shit with these? How do I know my boys and girls, man, that are in here? What is one day it's here? You can't confuse me like this. This is not good. I mean, is M. Reyes, is this you? Dude, is this you, my boy? I mean, one day you got like numbers and shit. The next day, I don't know who you are. I mean, look at Brian. I know Brian, is that you? Man, I am so stupid when it comes to the internet. It's Reyes. I thought it was a new guy named Dick Reyes. It's called technology. Thanks, kid. This just in. Really? Right? playing Gavin Newsom for YouTube? Seals, anything new from Clint Hurt? Not yet. I'll get some updates though on Keely Ringo's day. I'll get some hey guys, nice 2024. I owned you in the other years. How you doing? Good night. Take a nap. Go to sleep, senorita. Put your feet up, drink your milk through a straw, whatever, and sit back with your little wormy girl drink. And what do you drink? Wayne Spritzers? Oh, man. That's my boy. Yes, sir, man. Keely Bingo. Get fucked up on his first day. Okay? How you doing? Right? Working on it, my friend. Working on it. Won't be till next week. It's a reset. Here it is. It's a reset year, not a repeat year. It's a reset. How corny. The Eagles are afraid to use the word repeat. Not repeat. Holy shit. Hey, so, what do you think of the Eagles' opportunity at repeating? Oh, no. Resetting. Okay. Don't use the word repeat. I won't get anybody upset. Bob Lang will be calling your ass, man. You'll be really in trouble. Don't use that word. Stirring what up? The word is, you're not supposed to use the word repeat. Jalen said it too. I'm glad you did. Here. I'll show you Jalen at the mic. Yeah, I'm glad you used all the words except repeat. Yep, it's about resetting. That's what we're doing here. Like John Wayne. Jalen's like John Wayne now. Yeah, we don't. It's about resetting. Okay? Resetting. Not repeating. Like John Wayne. That's what I thought I was watching. John Wayne sitting there, man, at the mic. Okay? All good. Resetting. Don't use that word repeat. What are you, crazy? Use that word repeat? Come on, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Eagle. I got to write this down here. What's another one? See, this is I've got now sheets too now that I'm keeping. July 23rd, excuse me. Eagles are afraid to use the word repeat. There you go, right there. 23rd? Yeah. 5/22. July 23rd. First day camp. Here's the headlines today. You ready? Afraid to use the word repeat. Keely Bingo got beat. Some good shit was that Jahad Campbell was practicing, which is insane great. N'Kobe on the DUI list. Oh, wait, the PUP list, I mean. What else came out of today? So, wait. Afraid to use the word repeat. Keely Bingo beat. Jahad Campbell active. N'Kobe on PUP. What else? Oh, Lane giving great kudos to Jalyx Hunt. And A.J. Brown growing up. A.J. Brown growing up as a leader. Hurts given more autonomy in the building of the game plan. That's what I heard. I think that's good. I think Nick had a good day. Hey, you know what? I'm not lying to you. The thing I noticed the most about Nick was People wanted to hear more from Nick than they did Howie. That's a great thing. Because usually I don't want to hear anything out of Nick from his word salad answers. I don't want to hear anything out of his face. But the media guys wanted to hear more. Okay? They were talking to him. Howie was over there going, hey, don't forget me over here. I got to make a trade for Trey Hendrickson. Yes, it was cool. He talked right past me. He walked right past me wearing a long black leather jacket and smoking his cigarette. Yeah, no, Nick had it going, man. I mean, Nick had it going on today. He outshined Howie. That's the first time I have seen Howie Roseman at a press conference where Nick had the better day. He did. What here? So, new thoughts. It's unfair to compare Jalen to the Big Four plus a few because he played less time and more accomplished. How you doing? Bro, that has nothing to do with who's better players. Zero. He will never be in that top four in talent with those players, ever. Move off that. Nobody cares. You don't have to be a superstar player to get to a Super Bowl. And I'm not saying Hurts is not. You can be Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy, who you guys think sucks. Get to a game. You have to be good like Jalen to win it. Okay? More accomplished. Sure. There's a lot more accomplished players than better players in the sport because they're on better teams and better situations. Senor wants to do the one thing that you guys do when everyone says something about Jalen. You want to not give Jalen. You want to give Jalen and tell people don't use a team against him. But you use that same process against the other guys. You're fucking talking out of both sides of your mouths. One hand, don't take away from Hurts, but take away from them because they're on shitty teams. Guys, you contradict yourself with that. Yo, Big Sills, with preseason rapidly approaching, what are some things you want to look for whether a guy is going to make the roster? Always remember this, Riot. Here's the deal. How many reps does he get in exhibition football? Okay? And look at the depth charts. How the depth charts are constructed. 1, 2, and 3. The chances of, okay? Hey, Xander. Can you do me a favor, Xander? Can you send, oh my God, I forgot this. Can you send Merrill Reese, this is on me. Sending now. Can you send Merrill Reese a link right now, please? I am so sorry. Sending now. I'm so sorry. Sending now. My bad. I apologize, guys. Merrill Reese is coming on. That's on me. I thought I had sent that to Xander, and it didn't go through. Big Z, can you send that to him, please? Thank you so much, man. I apologize on that, guys. Yeah, listen, it wasn't that I didn't push send to Merrill. And I didn't, wait a minute, I didn't send it to Xander. So let's see if we can. No, you're not missing him. We're going to try to get him on right now because he just sent me a, he just, very good. Boy, I'll tell you what. Man, again, when it comes to technology, there is no doubt Big Sales is behind the game here. Xander's probably like, damn, Sales. Merrill Reese, you're doing that? No. So how many camps do you think this is now for Merrill Reese? Let me see. So wait a minute. I'm assuming he was there when face mask was on the helmets. I'm going to assume the face masks were on. Now, maybe they had one bar because that's Gabriel stuff, right? The one bar. And I'm going to assume that Merrill has seen the old white helmets. I'm going to assume that. So without further ado, the legendary man himself, Merrill Reese, joins us now.
I have seen the old white helmets. In fact, I have one on the shelf in the other room with the green wings.
Helmets again. We got to see those helmets again.
Well, I'll get it off the shelf one day. I'll show it to you.
No, I want to see them on the players on the field one day.
Oh, I don't think you'll see that.
Why not? Why are you thinking you're not a fan of them then?
Oh, I like them. I did. Roman Gabriel wore one.
Yeah. I actually I grew up with actually those when I was a little kid. I remember those white helmets back in the late 60s and so. But Merrill, okay. You said it all. I mean, the guys, and you say this all the time about the football team. It's a new year. It's a situation, but I have to first start out with the rings. Did you like the rings?
Yes, they were phenomenal. Lifting it gave most of us hernias, but it was they're unbelievable rings, but not to wear because they're huge. I mean, they're bigger than the Super Bowl rings from Super Bowl 52. They are humongous, and they're beautiful. They've got a million diamonds, and there's a button, and if you push the button, the wings pop out, encrusted in diamonds. Everywhere you look, there's a diamond here, a diamond there, a diamond everywhere, and they're beautiful with emeralds. Amazing, but they are not to be worn. They are a trophy.
Absolutely. So, what's your favorite ring? The first one or the second one?
But see, I can't say that. Each one is great in its own way. My first, the two that are easy that you can really wear the most are the 1980 ring, which I got 23. I got that 23 years later.
Yeah.
Did you know that? I told you that story.
Yeah.
And I got that 23 years later. And the other ring was the 2004 ring. It was a beautiful ring with diamonds and everything, and you could wear it very easily. The size of a nice college ring. These you cannot wear.
Merrill, I want to see it. Merrill, I want to see the ring. Let me
Do
see.
you?
Yeah, let me see the ring, please.
Cindy.
Yeah, I want to see the ring.
Dan Sileo, I'm on the air right now, is asking to see the ring.
We want to see the ring. I want to see this thing.
My wonderful wife is going to go all the way upstairs.
Oh, Cindy, thank you so much, Cindy.
Cindy, you're being thanked nationally.
Oh, yes. I'm going to. And do you mind if I post a couple pictures of it when you show it?
You can do anything you want.
Okay. So what was the environment like when you guys, and plus get this, Merrill, some of the old guys came back that were on that team a year ago. You brought them back. What was that environment like the other night when you guys all got a chance for one last time to get together?
It was so big. There were so many people. You only saw the people who were in your area. I mean, first of all, when you sat down for dinner, you couldn't see the people across you because there was this big white square flower pot, and the flowers went up. So I was at a table with Mike and Paula Quick and my producer Joe McPeak and his wife, and we couldn't see them. But as it turned out, at the end of the night, they said, push this button, and the doors opened on the base of the flowers, and out came the boxes.
Oh, wow.
Of course, when the doors opened, several people got their plates in their laps, and some glasses flew over. But it was a great night at a beautiful venue, and Jeffrey Lurie spared no expense to make this unbelievable.
He's really a great owner, isn't he? I mean,
the best.
What he's done for that franchise has been remarkable over the 30-plus years, no?
He's great.
I mean, man, he just, like you said, he spends no expenses at treating the players the way they do. And then on top of that, whatever the team needs. You heard today, when Howie was addressing the media today, whatever that team needs, the commitment to winning. And How do you feel about the roster and what they did how do you feel about the offseason, Merrill? I mean, in what they've done preparing for 26, 27, and obviously 2025.
I think they did all the right things. I think they made a lot of great moves. And I think that when this season begins on September the 4th, that night, at that moment, they will be the best team with the best roster in the National Football League. However, we all in Philadelphia would like to see a repeat, but I warn people that in the 17-game, 18-week season, injuries or lack thereof are going to play a large part in how this whole thing unfolds. So there are no guarantees. There are no guarantees. This team will be well prepared. They are loaded with talent, but let's just wait a little bit to see how this thing all plays out, because the best team in the regular season last year, I think you will agree, was Detroit.
Yeah.
And then when they got into the playoffs against Washington, they had 18 players on injured reserve. The Eagles began the playoffs with all 22 starters healthy.
Again, like they did in 22 heading into that Super Bowl too. So, Merrill, one thing that me and Gary Cobb are saying now is that the Eagles are doing it right in the preseason when they don't play their guys. And you've been saying this for me, and you've been actually reschooling me on this, saying, look, the first 4 weeks of the NFL season, the Eagles look at it like kind of a pseudo, not knowing they know it's important, especially this year
right.
with the first 4, but they look more at that, at trying to knock the cobwebs off.
Right. When the season begins, they're often not in sync. Although I think for the Thursday night game against Dallas, they'll be a little more in sync than they were at the beginning of last year.
How about this? Who takes the role of Brandon Graham and that leadership role for the entire unit? Because Brandon Graham,
here's Cindy.
Wait, finish your sentence.
Brandon Graham.
Who takes the Brandon Graham? By the way, Cindy, thank you so much for this.
Brandon
Graham.
Look at here, Cindy.
Right there?
Yes. This
Oh.
is Dan Sileo. Here's my wife. Bend down so they can see you.
Just a minute, Merrill.
See this box?
There you go.
Oh, look at the box in the background there, too.
And when you open
Okay,
it, the ring
goes round and round. Wait, I'm going to take it out. Merrill can show it to you. Here you go.
Cindy, that is so... Lift it up higher, Merrill. There you go.
Wait, I'll show you where the wings are. Okay. Wait a sec.
Oh. Hold on here for a second. We're gonna get this back up here. Hold on here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We are gonna get this back up here because we have to see this ring here. Okay? We have to get this ring back here because that was too good. Just when they had me, they were pulling me in, and Bob Lang cuts the feed because I have not seen this thing, man. We have got to get them back up here again. Holy cow. I think they hit something on their end because they got too close or something. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. All right. Cindy, you're there?
Wait, I'll come back.
Here she comes.
Okay, here you come back.
Where I want here's
Here's the button.
wait a minute. Okay, is that you can see it?
I can see it, yes.
Now watch.
Okay, now watch this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Go, hey, show me the side of it now, Cindy.
Okay, here's the side that says, what does it say there?
Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
59.
Here's I would have had my nails done if I knew I was going to do this.
There you go. Put it up there. Look over to yeah. There you go.
There you go.
God. Let me see the center one more time.
Wait a minute.
There it is. That thing is so beautiful. Look
It's
at the
really,
diamond.
really big.
Merrill or Cindy, where do you wear that thing?
Here, put it on.
I'll show you what happens when I wear it.
Look at Merrill with the bling.
You can't wear this.
Merrill's
But
got
it-
the bling. Cindy,
it's-
where you going with that thing? You couldn't go out anywhere with
No, to the vault in the bank.
that. Congratulations, guys. That is, I heard they're 250 grand.
can I tell Dan about the thing that happened to me today?
Oh, sure. But I think he's off again.
Are you off again?
No, I'm here.
You're
Oh,
here.
okay. Are we done? I go put this away?
Thank you, Cindy. Yes, Cindy, that was spectacular. And
My
by the way,
pleasure. All righty.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
thank
So
you very
do you-
much.
So I mean, that's a wonderful thing.
You bet.
But something happened to me today that I can't even tell you how affected I am by it. Do you want us to bring it in?
No, I said maybe he wants to keep it private.
Oh, but maybe he wants to keep it private. I guess I can't tell you. I guess I can. All right. All right.
Don't do that to me, Merrill. You have too many great stories.
All right. I was sitting in the press tent, and somebody came in with a box today at training camp, the great big box, and I opened it up, and there were the green and white Air Jordans, and written on the white part of it was, to M. Reese, you saw what nobody else could. Love always, Jalen Hurts.
Holy cow, is that iconic?
Yeah.
That is so great.
I tears came out of my eyes.
I bet.
Because
Wow.
I have felt from day one,
You totally have.
always. And he realized that. He
Man.
is such a great young man. I can't even tell you. To recognize that and give me a pair of his shoes and sign them like that. No, that's never happened to me before. I do have Billie Jean King's sneakers where she won Wimbledon, and they're signed, but without a note. But this it just, I was overwhelmed.
I'll tell you what, Merrill. I won't post anything with it. Could you show me the shoes without the signing? You don't have to show his him
Send-
signing. I want to see the shoes.
Bring in a shoe.
This is such a great example of what he looked like today at the press conference, talking about, leading his football team, not using the word repeat too. Cindy, thank you so much for doing all this here, man. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it. Thank you. Oh my God. He gave you a pair of cleats.
Yep.
Look at that. And Jalen signed them for you.
Is that right there?
Put it like this, Merrill. Go like that. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Can you see, to M. Reese?
Yep, to M. Reese.
To M. Reese, and it says, hold it. You saw it when nobody else, this way, when
Yeah.
nobody else could. Love always. And here's the signature.
Man, that's really special.
It's
Man,
amazing.
that is really special. I mean, and no one's ever done that. No player's ever done anything like that.
I've had great relationships with a lot of players, but nobody ever gave me their shoes and signed them. And I'm not an autograph seeker.
No, I know.
I don't do that. But I've never had anything like that.
Let me ask you something about the culture of the team right now. You feel confident, even with all the losses, that the culture that the players have left behind and the core of the team that they have brought back is going to be able to withstand the losses of what they had from a year ago? Because, Merrill, that was a special group of guys last year.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, you asked me about Brandon Graham leaving. I don't really know personally Jahad Campbell yet, but he was out there today and he was moving, and you could see the athleticism that he has. And there's another young player who could step up this year, and he has that communicative personality, and his name is Jalyx Hunt. He's a player, and when he comes back, the Kobe Dean and Zach Bourne are both. This team has a lot of leaders. They really do. And Jordan Davis looks like he's in lost about 20 pounds. He's in great shape. There's a lot of leaders on both sides of the ball.
Jalyx Hunt got a lot of love from Jordan Mailata today. Boy, I mean, here's a guy, again, how he reached for this guy. I thought when he drafted him on draft day, I was like, who is this guy? He's from some sort of Houston college or something I've never heard of before, Houston Christian. All of a sudden, now you're hearing Jordan Mailata go, this guy's going to be a superstar. I mean, the job Roseman has done has been pretty remarkable.
Before he went to Houston Christian, he did spend 2 years at Cornell.
Cornell, right? As a DB, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no – do you know, Merrill, why are they so apprehensive on using the word repeat?
I don't know. Jordan Mailata said that. Jordan Mailata said, don't tell me we're defending champions. We're not defending anything. We were the champions of 2024. This is an entirely different season, and we want to win it again. But we're not defending. It's a way of saying we're in the present. We're not last year was last year. It was great, but you can't rob, you can't extract the positive frames of reference that last year instilled, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
They walk like champions. They are champions. So you can't take that away. But on the other hand, you don't want them to think we are so good, we don't have to bust it this year. We're better than everybody else. You want them to think they have to earn it all over again.
Man, I'll tell you what. How about Jordan Davis showing up at 292?
Yeah, is that what he is? 292?
292. He showed up today. You
Wow.
know, down from 330 pounds. He showed up at 292 today. And you know, I mean, hey, Merrill. You know, they gave him a contract that said, "We kind of like you. Now go get the extension." And I think he may be taking full advantage of it.
He really is. He is. Well, he's a great athlete. He's a great athlete. Jalen Carter is a great athlete. This is a terrific team. I mean, I don't mean to sound negative. Of course, they're the best team in football right now. I'm merely saying that the reality of the situation is there are 17 games, and you can look at the schedule. Dan.
Oh yeah, the first four are brutal.
Yeah, but we don't know.
That's right.
We don't know when you get to that second half of the season. Tell me who they have, and tell me who their opponent has.
That's right.
Because things change, and there are what 3 or 4 teams that wake up every year, and suddenly they're really good, and there are 3 or 4 teams every year that go whoop. What happened to them?
Right.
You don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is a year that the Giants suddenly, for some reason, turn it around. I mean, last year the big turnaround was Washington, because number one, they got rid of the worst owner in the history of sports, and that number two, they drafted a quarterback who, as a rookie, well, as a veteran, I mean, as anything, Jaden Daniels was great, but now everybody on that schedule has spent the offseason looking at tape of Jaden Daniels. What does he do? And where can he be fooled? And what do you have to do to stop him? Eagles did a pretty good job against him when they played him in the playoffs that second time. So now the second year tells you more.
I got to tell you something, Merrill. I'd love all the the answers you gave, but I gotta bring this up to you here. You personally, with all the love that these players and the organization has for you in the community, I mean, are you and Cindy ever aware of or does it not ever affect you? Do you not think about it because you got players showing massive respect and love for you? You've got an organization. Most organizations, I know that my friend Brad Sham, he doesn't have a lot of Super Bowl rings. I think he may have one. I don't think he got all of the 3 of those that he called. I think he's got 1 or 2, if I'm not mistaken. Not a lot of them. I mean, have the love that they have in the communities. Have you ever put
Well,
that?
I do. I think Brad is beloved in Dallas. There's no doubt about that. He's a wonderful guy and he's a wonderful broadcaster. But I will say this: do we feel that? Yes, we do. But it goes back. We love them. We love the fans. We love the fans. I try not to be a homer on the air where everything
You're
is
not.
good, and but at the same time, the organization has been wonderful. Tomorrow night at the big outdoor man music center, the world famous Philadelphia Orchestra is doing a tribute to the Eagles, and they're playing the music from from NFL films, and they're showing video of the Eagles teams throughout the years. And it's brought to you by the Eagles Autism Society because that's their big charity, and also Jefferson Hospital. And it's in the park with about 10,000 fans, and I'm emceeing it. So that will be a thrill to be there and see all those fans.
I can tell you're so touched by what's happened the last couple days.
I am.
I know, and I think it's beautiful. I really do, because when you have people that have been involved in the organization like you have, and then you see how you look. I mean, years and years ago when I first got into broadcasting, Ernie Harwell was a friend of mine, and I got a chance to have him on, and I used to go, Ernie, what was your most memorable game? He goes, my memorable game was always connecting with the fans. There's Cindy. I'll use your wife's name. There's Cindy down from East Islip, Michigan. Or there's my friend over there from Detroit. There's my other friend from Ann Arbor. Just connecting with all the people that you've been able to connect with. I think it's wonderful, Merrill. And I think it's really great that everybody has shown love for you. Got to be a statue of you one day out there in front of that Lincoln Financial, man. Hopefully not. I don't know. You probably want to hold the 18 ring. I don't know about that big one you got on your hand today, man.
Cindy will put a statue up here so when she gets angry, she can hit it over the head with a pan.
That's what you tell Cindy. I've been married for 35 years too, so I know what's going on there with that.
Well, we're 46 years, but as we like to say, only 23 if you don't count football seasons.
Hey, Merrill, thank you for sharing such great, important moments and special moments, man. I mean, I'm touched by it. I think I'm touched by the Jalen, the ring. I mean, really, I think it's emphatic of what you've been telling me the last couple years, just us getting to know one another the way it is. And
well, when you talk about Jalen, you're not going to be talking about a quarterback who's going out there prancing or patting himself on the back. He's only 26. I have always felt that the great quarterbacks reach their peak at 30 or 32. He's got a long career ahead of him, and the sky is the limit. And he is a guy who is he thinks about working. He's dedicated. He's a great face for this franchise, and he's a great example of how to do it the right way.
Well, I'm so privileged with our friendship here, and that you would show me such great moments. So really, I really am, man. I can't thank you enough. By the way, I have to finish with this one about Scotty Scheffler, man, destroying at the British Open, man. I'll tell you what, we're watching Tiger 2.0 there.
He's not as electric as Tiger, and he's not as exciting as Tiger, but boy, is he efficient. Boy, he's got every shot. He does everything right. He's focused, and he's got the same amount of majors as Tiger did at a similar point in his career. And I think that's going to be fun to keep track of. I mean, my favorite golfer is still Rory, but Rory's a little bit up and down. Rory can do things that nobody else on the tour can do. But Scheffler right now is Mr. Consistency, and I don't think anybody can argue about that. And he just stays on track. He's great.
You better never retire.
I have no intentions.
You know what? You better never, because You now have won. I mean, I'm the biggest Merrill Reese fan on the planet, and you can take that to the bank. I've had a lot of great people that have been that I've admired in play-by-play guys and people, period. But you better never retire. And you tell your family we love them very much too. And thank you so much for always your time, Merrill. And
My pleasure, Dan.
I think a lot, man. Thank you so much, Merrill.
Take care. Have a good day.
You got it, Merrill Reese. Absolutely, man. Wow, that was fun, man. I almost blew it. I got the ring. I got the shoes. And he showed the shoes with the signature. Holy cow, do I have more content? Who's the king of fucking content? Big Sills. Holy cow, I got the ring and the shoes. Jalen Hurts, you saw it in me. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Don't forget that we're going to have Birds 365. Okay, Xander, do you want me? I haven't taken a timeout today. Do you want me to take a quick one now, come back, and then toss it out? I got to pay some bills. Let's do that, okay? Guys, hey, don't forget my great friends at Morgan & Morgan, the #1 injury law firm in all of America. Absolutely spectacular. We thank them so much for being part of the program, okay? Over $30 billion recovered and 1,000 attorneys from coast to coast. If you're ever in need of an attorney, if you've ever been injured, go to forthepeople.com/bigsills or pound law 529. That's forthepeople.com/bigsills or pound law 529. And do me a favor, you tell them Big Sills sent you.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
Field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
EAGLES. Eagles.
Guys, it was awesome. What a way to finish the program off with Merrill Reese in the ring. Jalen Hurts signing those shoes for him. Joy Taylor tomorrow at 4:30. We will talk with her, get her thoughts on the Eagles. Stay tuned now for Birds 365 till tomorrow, 2 to 6 Eastern time. Please hit the like button. We'll see you then, and we'll see you on the flip side.